Please sit in a place where you can pay full attention to this proceeding. If you're driving, make sure that you're in a safe and pulled over location. I want to advise everyone that this proceeding is being broadcast over the internet as a live stream, and it's also being recorded. That means that any member of the public can log on and watch this particular proceeding. All defendants, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you as the state is presently on the screen and available to listen as well. All right, before we begin, anyone who may require the assistance of a public defender, I see that the public defender's office has placed some information into the chat. You can use that to send an email so that they'll send you an application ahead of time so that we can begin the process of them assisting you with obtaining representation today, because you do have a right to have an attorney at this proceeding today. I'm going to call the entire list. The assigned solicitors, good morning. I ask that you give me any relevant announcements very briefly so that we can make it through the entire list. Any defense attorneys on the screen, please identify yourself when I call your client's name as well. And hopefully we can resolve this case. This calendar is designed for us to take age cases and reach plea agreements if possible, resolve any other outstanding matters as it pertains to these cases. All right, the first name is Maurice Robinson. Is Maurice Robinson present on the screen? Jada Muldrow. Is there a Jada Muldrow? Blake Sebastian. Blake Sebastian. Oh, did I hear someone sounding for Mrs. Sebastian?
Yeah, yes, good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Beskin Shimmer here on behalf of Blake Sebastian.
All right, thank you, Ms. Sebastian, Ms. Shimmer. All right, is there any announcement from the Public Defender's Office regarding Mrs. Sebastian's case? Who's the assigned?
I'm sorry, I'm his attorney.
I know, I understand you are his attorney. I was asking if the solicitor was the assigned solicitor to this case.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I thought you said public defender.
Zoom makes things difficult. Someone else was speaking. Is it you, Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor. I am assigned to this
Good
case.
to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you. I can certainly speak with Ms. Baskin.
All right, that was what I was going to suggest. If perhaps you could give her your information so some discussions could start as we work our way through the calendar.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Just a quick question. I thought this was with Marsha Francis. I was in contact with her, but haven't been given an offer. So is that just changed?
That is she was probably the solicitor for Division F. This is a separate division of court, but I can certainly see if Ms. Francis is going to be on this morning.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to verify. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to keep going. Perhaps you all can speak privately.
Yes,
Samuel Cohen. Kayla Cullens. Corinne Sovereign. I'm going to spell the last name in case.
It's Corrine Sovereign. I'm here.
Corinne Sovereign. All right, Ms. Sovereign, do you have an attorney?
Yes, I do. Teresa Seal.
Okay, Ms. Sim, is your attorney a member of the Public Defender's Office or a private attorney?
A private attorney.
Was your attorney, is your attorney going to be present on this conference today?
Yes, she did tell me she was running a little late.
Okay, please reach out to her and have her join this conference. It's very important that she be here to represent you today, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. We'll get back with you. Sade Thomas. Sade Thomas. Emmett James. Emmett James. James Bird. Okay, Mr. Bird, you're here, and you've sent information to the public defender. You completed your application for a public defender. All right, we'll get that submitted somehow shortly, and we'll come back to you. All right. And who, let's see, is any members of the public defenders? Who do I have from the public defender's office today?
Good morning, Judge. This is Attorney Catrice Helen. I also believe that Attorney John Levitt is here as well from the PD's office.
All right, good to see you. Good morning, Ms. Helen. It's been quite some time.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Lovett, not to interrupt you, but wanted to introduce myself.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Lovett. Glad to see you as well. You will be apparently receiving an application from Mr. Bird shortly, I believe. Is there a method or is there a caseworker or a paralegal who may come down? Or what is the best way for us to get these applications? I have 2 or 3 people here in the courtroom with me who require your assistance or at least would like to be considered to see if they are eligible for the services of the Public Defender's Office.
Your Honor, I think what would be easiest is if I could go ahead and get into a breakout room with defendants as they are making their applications. The application process takes quite a while, but generally I can talk to them for a minute or two and see if they qualify.
I have no idea how we would do that as they're sitting in the courtroom with me.
Of course, I didn't think about that.
There's
I
no
can put my
way-
cell phone number in the chat, Your Honor, and they can step outside and call me. I'd be happy to do
Does
that.
everyone in the courtroom have the ability to use their phone to join the Zoom conference?
Hello.
There are several people who do not. So I think that may also present some challenges, Mr. Levitt.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Ms. Helen, I'm also looking for some dynamic solutions. I think what I've heard we've done in the past is someone came downstairs and scanned them the applications.
Yes, Your Honor. For those people who are in person, someone from my office will give them a hard copy of an application so that they can fill it out.
Right, they've done that part. We're just trying to figure out how to get it to you. Yes,
They can scan it.
okay, I was trying to keep that from you all having to do it.
I can also put my email address in the
We're
chat.
gonna-
If that would be.
We'll scan them to you here in the courtroom. That's what we'll do. All right, so we'll collect the applications from those interested here with us and we'll get those over to the Public Defender's Office. If you all could start taking a look at them as they come in. And then we'll figure it from there. Thank you. All right, we've gone through that. We'll go Alex McIntosh. Is there an Alex McIntosh?
Recording in progress.
Okay, please mute if I'm not speaking with you at this time. Neri Gomez. Oh, you're Neri, okay. Is there an interpreter present on the screen for Mr. Gomez?
Yes, yes, Your Honor, this is Anna Hovanek, the interpreter.
Okay, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Mr. Riley. I'm gonna go ahead and swear you in and hopefully we can get to his position soon. Please raise your right hand, which you're already doing. Thank you. Do you swear someone else? Please mute. It says Galaxy S20. Please mute. Thank you. Good. All right, back to what I was doing. Do you swear and affirm that the translation you give today from English to Spanish, Spanish to English will be the best and most accurate interpretation and according to your skill, knowledge, and ability?
I do.
All right, thank you. Let's see, is there any announcement on who represents Mr. Gomez? Has he had the, actually, what I need to do here is Ms.
I was scaring that first until whatever happened.
Please mute, someone else is speaking. Will you please ask him if he has an attorney or if he's had the opportunity to speak with the Public Defender's Office?
Señor Gómez, ¿usted tiene un abogado o ha tenido la oportunidad de hablar con un abogado de oficio?
No,
No.
no, la otra vez que vine aquí dije que quería si me podían ayudar, porque no tenía trabajo.
Last time I was here, I asked if someone can help me because I'm out of work.
Okay, so would he like to apply for the services of the Public Defender's Office as well?
¿Quiere usted solicitar un abogado de oficio también?
No entiendo qué de oficio.
Un abogado público que si quiere usted solicitar un abogado para que lo ayude.
Yo creo que sí, pero mi problema es de que yo me peleé, o sea, discutimos con un señor en el trabajo y me
Okay,
pusieron...
pare allí. I think so. I had an argument with this person at work.
Okay, what I need to know is is he interested or not in having someone help him today? Explain to him that he has a right to an attorney at this proceeding, and I want to know if he would like to have the services of the Public Defender's Office, which I recommend.
Lo único que quiero saber que usted responda es que si quiere que alguien lo ayude, un abogado de aquí de la Oficina del Defensor Público, para que lo defienda, que yo creo que lo debería de hacer.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
All right. Is there an application in Spanish?
Van a ver si hay una
Ms.
solicitud en
Helen
español.
or Mr. Lovett, does the Public Defender's Office have an application in Spanish that you could send us so that we could print one out here and have him complete that?
I do not have one in Spanish. I'll have to find one from our office if it is in Spanish, Judge, so I'll have to follow up with you with that.
Right, I'm sure you would still need the services of interpretation. Perhaps we could send it to Ms. Hanovic as well, or I don't know how we would do it, but I'm pretty sure if he's requiring interpretation, we're gonna need a Spanish application as well.
Está tratando de ver si, a ver si hay una solicitud en español para que usted llene toda su información.
Mr. Gomez, please have a seat. We'll figure out how to get you an application for that assistance.
Ok, señor Gómez, tome asiento y vamos a ver si hay una solicitud en español para que lo puedan ayudar. Your Honor, this is the interpreter speaking.
Yeah.
I have another hearing at 11 o'clock.
Okay, we will try to get to his first if we can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I understand that there's a challenge here.
Your
Okay.
Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. I did not hear the announcement on position 10, Christopher Lawson, represented by Justin Goodman. Is that not on your calendar?
Okay, I believe I called that name and no one responded. Let's call it now. Christopher Lawson. Oh, that's gonna be reset. That one will be reset to the next date. His attorney sent some information. That case will be reset to July the 6th.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Jonathan Bilak.
Good morning, Your Honor. Travis Towle for Mr. Bilek. He is present. I have paper discovery. I'm waiting for an offer and for the video. I'm conversing with Assistant Solicitor General Ms. Riley right now as we speak. So we'll take care of that, and I guess just a request for a continuance, please.
Okay, so you're in continuing discussions. Whose case is this for the state?
It is mine, Your Honor, Ms.
All
Riley.
right, so you all are asking for to be reset to the next status calendar as you're continuing to work on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the next status calendar date would be June the 17th. So
Okay.
we'll reset this case.
Okay, the Zoom link remain the same, Your Honor?
It will,
And
yes,
9 a.m.?
at 9 a.m., yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. May my
All
client.
right, yes, you and your client can be excused.
I'm sorry, before Mr. Tao, before you be excused, could you please send me your email in the chat so I can get
I'll
the
do it right
information
now.
you asked? Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks, Ms. Riley. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Ladariante, I believe Moore. Last name is Moore.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Melvin Nash for Mr. Moore. He's present on the line. I see. I don't have any audio, video feed, so I don't know if I can see myself, but I can't see Your Honor. So we've have paper, just like the previous gentleman. We have paper discovery. We don't have a video and we don't have an offer. And we'd ask Your Honor to reset this case. And Ms. Salette's the last person that responded to the discovery. So I don't know if she's still the solicitor on the case or someone else.
Who's currently assigned at this time? Is it you, Ms. Riley?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. And again, if Mr. Nash could place his email in the chat feature. I
Are
will
you
get
able to do that,
information.
Mr. Nash? I know that you said that you
Yes.
didn't have audio or video. If you'll just put that in the
Well,
chat.
I have audio and I can chat, so I will put my email in the chat.
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Once that's done, this case will be so reset and you and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Before we go to the next position, if we could very, very quickly, Ms. Helen and Mr. Lovett, as you've heard, the interpreter must leave by 11 o'clock. If we could make some progress on an application for Mr. Gomez, or at least perhaps if there's a way to get him into it. Ms. Hanovic, can you ask him if he's able to log on his phone? And perhaps you all can be in a breakout session such that you all could interview him maybe only by Zoom. I'm just trying to come up with some dynamic solutions at this time.
Señor Gómez, ¿cree que usted pueda entrar por el teléfono y tal vez podamos comenzar esa solicitud, hacerla puede usted entrar en Zoom?
No, yo el otro día dije que yo no puedo usar el teléfono, por eso el otro día vine aquí y hoy vuelvo a venir porque no sé usar ese teléfono.
Yes, that's why I'm here, because I came the other day and I told them that I was not able to use the phone.
Okay, I was trying to think of it. There's no staff phone that we could use. All right, so we'll keep going. If you have, I see you leaning forward, Mr. Lovett. Did you have a suggestion?
I do, Your Honors. Given that there's several defendants, I'd be willing to walk down to the courthouse and deal with these in person. I think frankly, that will be a lot faster than trying to deal with translation and back and forth. I could be at the courthouse in about 5 or 10 minutes.
That would be fine. The only concern still I have is we don't have the ability to break out unless you're gonna break out on your phone, Mr. Lovett, when you get there, because you're still gonna need interpretation to speak to Mr. Gomez.
Yes, Your Honor. I thought of that as well. I think I'll just plan on bringing my phone and working from that.
Okay, thank you. I do appreciate that. And
Your
hopefully
Honor.
Ms. Helen can fill in for you just temporarily until you arrive here.
I'll be there in a moment, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
That's correct, Judge. If we have any people on Zoom who need to speak to me or get the application to me, I already emailed or sent my email in the chat.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, Michael Conlon. I see Mr. Conlon on the Zoom conference.
Good morning, Judge. Good to see you.
Good morning, Ms. Rockwell.
Burnett.
Good to see you as well.
Judge, I've had several different prosecutors, and because the case does have a little age on it.
Yes, I see that.
I'll put my email in the chat, and my cell phone is also there. I think that now that we have a prosecutor, an identified prosecutor, we should hopefully be able to resolve this.
All right.
Should I stand down? Tell me what the prosecutor wants me to do.
Okay, so Miss Riley, this is your case as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
So it seems as if there may be a resolution, but one will not be reached today. So we will reset this case as well to the June 17th status calendar. Ms. Rockwell, if you'll go ahead and put your email into the chat, following doing so, you and your client will be free to go as well. All right.
Thank you so much. Good to see you. Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
Your
Have
Honor,
a good
I'm sorry
weekend.
to interject. I was position 3, Blake Sebastian. My announcement was the exact same. If we could be reset to the June 17th calendar. Now that we have a solicitor assigned to the case, the case is 3 years old as well.
All right, so there's no chance for a resolution at this time.
No, there's not, Your Honor.
All right, I was hoping that after that robust discussion, you two would have come up with some type of solution. All right, we will reset position 3 to the June 17th calendar.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And you and your client are free to go. Kiana Ross.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marcus Roberts from Ms. Ross. She is on the call today. We have paper discovery. We don't have the video yet. Ms. Salette was the prosecutor assigned before. I'm not sure who is assigned to the case now.
All right.
But I would be willing to speak with.
All right, Ms. Riley, is this your case, and would you be willing to speak with Mr. Roberts regarding this?
Yes, Your Honor.
If there's any resolution that we could reach?
Yes, Your Honor, and this is my last case, so I can speak with him.
All right, Mr. Roberts, if you put some information into the chat so that perhaps you two could resolve and speak so that we can come up with something to deal with this age case, that would be ideal.
Judge, can I just jump in real quick? May I stay on the line for a possible breakout with the prosecutor and
that would be Ms. Riley as well, I believe.
Okay.
So Ms. Riley, I'll let you handle.
I'll wait till 5 this afternoon.
All right.
You may be willing to give us some relief.
All right.
Yes, I think we can come to a rather quick resolution, Ms.
All
Riley.
right, that sounds great. So if you two would continue to speak, we're going to continue with the calendar. But Ms. Riley, there's 2 people waiting anxiously to speak with you.
Yes.
All right, I have Megan Ard. Is there a Megan Ard on the Zoom conference?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Brandon Rosenblum from Ms. Ard, and she is present. We have paper discovery. I've been talking to Solicitor Marshall Story regarding the video. We're hoping to get that by Monday. So if we could put this on the July 6th calendar, we should be able to get to a resolution at that point.
Oh, you're asking for the July calendar, not the next calendar?
What's the next calendar?
The next calendar is June 17th. Ms. Marshall Story, good morning. I saw you on here earlier. Is there any chance that we might be able to resolve this case today? Oh, maybe she's no longer with us. All right. Mr. Rosenblum, your feeling is that the case can't resolve it today. Is that correct? And you're
That's correct. But if we get the video on Monday, I can probably make an I should be able to announce one way or another by the 17th. So we can put it on the 17th. That's fine.
All right. I will also reset this case to the June 17th calendar.
That's for the same time, Your Honor?
Is anyone else on, let me just verify, who's assigned to position 17? I'm from the solicitor's office.
Ms. Marshall Story has 17.
Oh, she does. Okay, I saw her for a moment. I was hoping that there might have been a different announcement.
We were texting, we were chatting while the calendar was going on. She expects to have the video to me on Monday.
Okay, so we will reset this case to June 17th. I'm glad that you've already spoken with her and you and your client are free to go.
Thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful morning. Kevin Brody.
Yes, I'm present.
Okay, Mr. Brody, I don't see where the screen is showing me. Speak again, Mr. Brody.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
here you
present.
are. I see you now. Do you have an attorney, Mr. Brody?
I do not. I guess I was kind of naive, and I had talked to the district attorney about 6 months after the incident and kind of was under the impression that this was going to be dismissed.
Okay. Would you like the opportunity to speak to an attorney or to speak to the public defender's office to see if you qualify?
Yes, please.
Okay, please send an email, as you see in the chat, to the public defender's office, and they'll send you an application and we will return to your position, all right?
And Mr. Brody, could you send me your contact information through this chat? It'll be to PD Catrice Helen.
Okay.
All right.
Your Honor, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Ms. Marshall Story just let me know that her internet just went out and position 17 through 20 something are hers. These are all her cases that you're calling now.
17, do you know which one? 17 through 20?
I'm not, Ms. Gidier, where do you start?
17 through 31 is Miss Marshall's story. I began at 32.
Okay, I'll skip to 32 for right now in the hopes that Ms. Marshall's story will be able to get back on.
Thank you.
All right, Jessica Ibisiami. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ibisanmie.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Scott Fortis. I would just ask that it be moved over to the 17th, and then I'll put my information for Ms. Riley in the chat, and hopefully we can resolve it by then.
I don't believe that Ms. Riley is assigned.
I'm not, Your Honor.
Rita Githia
Ms.
Who's got it?
Githia is assigned. Ms. Githia, is there any announcement from the solicitor's office regarding position 32?
We are still in negotiations regarding, we haven't been able to reach an agreement yet, Your Honor.
All right, and you've discussed this case robustly, and there's no chance that we'll be able to resolve it today?
Not today, Your Honor.
Not today, but I think we can get a resolution by the 17th.
All right, this case will be so reset, Mr. Fortis, and you and your client are free to leave this proceeding once you've given your information to Ms. Githia.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good weekend.
All right, have a great day. Micaiah Curry. Micaiah Curry.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. This is Evan Watson. I represent Ms. Curry. I believe she is on the line.
Mr. Watson, you're breaking up quite a bit, and we cannot see you. I'm not sure if you've joined the video portion of this.
I'm in a bad spot right now, Judge, I believe. Do you mind if I can you hold my announcement for a little bit? Let me get to a better spot.
Yes, I'll come right back to you, all right?
Thank you.
Please indicate, if I'm speaking, when I have a brief pause, indicate that you're back, all right? Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith. Jerome Ingram.
I'm here. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Ingram. Are you represented? Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Do you wish to have the services of the public defender's office?
No, ma'am, I don't.
You wish to represent yourself?
Yes,
And you understand that you do have a right to an attorney at this proceeding?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Githia, is there any announcement from the solicitor's office regarding this?
Yes, Your Honor, I can put on the record the offer.
All right, what is the offer at this time to resolve his case?
Give me 1 second, I apologize.
You know what, Miss Githia, just hold that for a moment anyway. We're gonna come back to you, Mr. Ingram, but I'll put down potential. Okay. We'll come back to you. Thank you, Mr. Ingram. And I
Thank you.
advise you to think carefully about whether or not you would like to see if you at least qualify. The Public Defender's Office may be able to give you some legal insight that you may not have regarding your case, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, and any other defendants on the screen who would like to have the services of the Public Defender's Office, please don't wait until I call your name. Please go ahead and move forward with calling, with sending the relevant information. The information for how to apply is in the chat. All right, Katrina Lemon. Katrina Lemon. Dorian Spinks.
Will Kelbaugh on behalf of Mr. Spinks.
All right, good morning, Mr. Kelbaugh. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Now what is your thought? This Ms. Githia, is there any announcement from the solicitor's office regarding this H case?
We were unable to reach a resolution, and Mr. Kelbaugh did file a motion in this case, Your Honor.
Okay.
I filed an immunity motion, Your Honor. So I would ask maybe scheduled for a hearing. I imagine that means
Right.
you need to be transferred to the trial division.
Yeah, so do we have a date just for motions hearings? Is there a Orca motions date? All right. So what we're gonna do is we'll reset this case for Orca motions calendar.
And I just assume will be mailed notice, Your Honor.
Yes, but let me find where Ms. Johnson is working sedulously to find me the date. Hold one moment.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have another case, so.
Okay. August 5th. All right, the earliest available motions calendar date will be August the 5th of 2022. I don't have a time yet, but you will receive a notice. So this case.
I do apologize, Your Honor. Can it be, what would be the next date after the August 5th? Because I will not be available that day.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, do we have a date following that? Okay, before that? No, after. You want something before Ms. Githia or after?
If we can do after, that'd be great, Your Honor.
She's preferring something afterwards. And I hope that you two will continue to engage in some discussion so that perhaps this motion hearing might not be necessary.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
July 15th? She said after. She wanted an after.
After?
After August. That was the request, if possible.
Could I request that it be before? I mean, the case is 2 years old.
It is quite old. Ms. Githia, are you able to be prepared for a July 15th date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set this for the July 15th date, but keep in mind that I'm requesting that you two continue to discuss the case in the hopes that it will resolve without the necessity of a motion hearing, all right?
Okay, yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, we're gonna keep going. Kennedy Robinson. I'm sorry, Ms. Johnson.
Good. Hello.
9 a.m. for the last one. Kennedy Johnson.
Hello.
I'm sorry, Kennedy Robinson.
Good morning, Judge. This is Attorney Stephen Roundtree from Miss Robinson.
Okay.
She
Good
is
morning.
she is on. I saw her earlier. Myself and the state have been discussing this case. I think we're pretty close. We just need a little. We're not going to be able to resolve it today because there's some more information I think the state was going to review, and I have a little bit of new information for her. So we would just ask probably be moved to this June 17th calendar.
All right, Ms. Githia, do you concur that there's no opportunity to resolve this matter today, such that a reset would not be necessary?
I do agree that we will not be able to resolve this today. We were in discussion, and hopefully before the June 17th, we can get it resolved.
All right, this case will be so reset to the June 17th calendar. Mr. Roundtree, you and your client are free to go once you've provided your contact information to Ms. Githia.
Thank you, Judge. I believe she has it. We've been discussing this case.
Yes, I have it.
All right, have a great afternoon.
You too.
Your Honor, can we return back to Ms. Curry's case? I'm sorry. I think I'm in a better
Okay,
spot now.
yes, I'm glad that you're back. Okay, is there an announcement for Ms. Curry's case, Mr. Watson?
Ms. Guthier did reach out this past week with a plea offer. I received an email. With that being said, I believe I have a video, maybe from the municipality, but if we could reset to June 17th, I will get her an update on whether this can resolve with that offer as soon as possible. But I'm just not prepared. My client and I are not prepared to do it today, and I'm sorry.
All right. And there, even if you were to speak with Ms. Githia now, you don't believe you all might be able to reach some type of resolution?
Well, I've got to review the video, and I'd like to, my client's information had changed over the past 3 years. So I'd like to have an office appointment with her, sit down and just really talk about everything.
All right. I'm sure that the June 17th.
So no, I don't know.
I'm sure that calendar is getting very full now, but your case will be so reset, Mr. Watson. It's my hope that you'll be able to resolve this quickly and that, that it'll be resolved by the time you come back. That's our hope. All right, you and your client are free to go. All right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon. All right, Franz Lawrence. Franz Lawrence.
I'm here. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Lawrence, have you had the opportunity to submit an application to the Public Defender's Office, or do you have a private attorney?
No, I don't have a private attorney. I actually just submitted information to the Public Defender's Office.
All right, very good, Ms. Lawrence. We'll get back with you, all right?
Okay,
Ms.
Ms.
Lawrence?
Day right here.
Ms. Lawrence, can you put your information in the chat to me, to the PD Patrice Helen? Just your cell phone and your email address, please. I'll speak to you.
All right, Ms. Helen will reach out to you, Ms. Lawrence. All right,
Okay,
Darren
thank you.
Carter. Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
That one was
That one
transferred.
transferred. Okay, that case is transferred, thank you.
Judge, I was here on that, so Richard Blevins.
Oh, Mr. Blevins, then you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It will not be addressed here today. All right. Mr. Arias, first name Herbierto, Heriberto. Arias, last name. Kyle Shealy. Kyle Shealy. Maya Moran. Ishmael Hines.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Hines, you're present on this Zoom conference. Have you had the opportunity to reach out to the Public Defender's Office, or have you obtained private counsel?
I don't have an attorney, and I reached out to the Public Defender's Office. They said I reached some type of income limit, so I was denied.
All right, do you wish to have time to obtain an attorney yourself? You have the right to an attorney at this proceeding, and an attorney might be able to negotiate on your behalf a little bit better, as they may have an understanding of the law that you do not currently have. But we'll come back to your position since you do not qualify, all right? So please stay on the Zoom conference just a little bit longer, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Marvin Augustine.
Hey, Maya Moran.
Your Honor, James Elliott here from Mr. Augustine this morning.
Okay.
I think we had a plea deal that my client finds acceptable, so we can move forward with the plea today or another time.
All right.
Which calendar looks like.
All right, we'll take that plea shortly. All
Your
right.
Honor, Your Honor, he had been in discussion with ASG Marsha Francis, and I'm trying to reach her to regarding this matter. If you can just give me a few moments on that one. If that
Okay.
Yes.
We'll come back. I'll have that noted. I'll get back with you shorter, Mr. Elliott. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, John McGee.
I'm sorry, did you say Maya Moran?
Okay, one second, Miss Moran. I did call you, but give me a second. You didn't respond when I called you. John
Good morning.
McGee.
Good morning, Judge Skip Sullivan for Mr. McGahee. How are you?
Oh, Mr. McGahee. All right. Mr. Sullivan.
Judge, I don't think we're going to reach a resolution today. I'm just trying to track down a video if there's one available. I'd like to set it on the June 17th calendar to see if we could resolve it. If not, then we can set it on the motions calendar, but I'm hopeful we can get it resolved on the 17th.
All right, Ms. Gutierrez, is there any announcement from the public, I'm sorry, from the state regarding this case?
No, Your Honor, hopefully by June 17th, we can get that resolved.
All right, that case will be so reset. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you and your client are free to go. Take care, Ms.
Appreciate it.
Sullivan. All right, Ms. Moran, have you had the opportunity to obtain counsel, or are you interested in seeking the services of the Public Defender's Office?
I have a private representative, and she said she sent in an email for a leave of absence.
Is that
Ms.
true?
Hawking.
No, we did not receive that. So my advice is to give your attorney a call right now and see if she can join this conference, at least to explain the position and to request. If you have a representative, I'd rather speak via her than have you potentially infringe upon your right to remain silent, okay? All right, we'll come back to you, Ms. Moran. All right, is Ms. Marshall's story back on, so we could go to all right, I'm still gonna call.
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I make an announcement on the Kiana Ross matter?
Give me one moment. Is Ms. Marshall Story present yet?
Your Honor, she said she was trying to log in her vehicle, like on her phone.
Okay, so we'll take that. We'll get back to her positions in a moment. Yes, Mr. Roberts, what was your announcement and your client's name one time again?
Kiana Ross.
Okay, Ms. Ross.
I just spoke to Ms. Riley, and she did make an offer. She is going to get me the video, I believe by sometime early next week, so I can review it, and then we'll speak again. So I would ask that this case be put on the June 17th calendar.
All right, I appreciate you both attempting to discuss the case today. The case will be so reset, and you and your client are free to go, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, are we able to take that plea at this time, Ms. Gutierrez? Or do you still need a little bit more time to speak with ASG Francis?
I'm trying to reach her now, Your Honor.
All right.
And Your Honor, if I could make a quick announcement.
Yes.
I also spoke with Attorney Rockwell. And I'm not sure if she's still on, but she would like to keep the June 17th date, but we should have a resolution prior to June 17th. That will not require them to come back to court.
All right, the case will be so reset. Thank you, Ms. Riley.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. Erica Marshall Story. I am now.
Okay,
Again,
position eight is
I'm
here in the
sitting in my
courtroom with
car.
me. Did he, Mr. James Emmett, are you present here in the courtroom? Did you have the opportunity to speak with the Public Defender's Office?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you'd like to apply would you like to apply for the services of the Public Defender?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll need to speak with Mr. Levitt and try to fill out an application.
I'll speak with him right now, Your Honor. I'm just waiting on offers from the state on the cases that are here in court.
Wonderful, thank you.
And Judge, I just wanted to give you an update. I am waiting for 2 positions to send me their applications back, but I have gotten their information. I'm just waiting for those people to give me their applications.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sorry, did I hear Ms. Marshall Story had joined? the Zoom
Yes,
conference?
thank you, Your Honor. I do apologize. It is a beautiful sunny day and my internet just completely went out. So I'm sitting in my car.
We've all been there, Ms. Marshall Story. No need to explain. All right, so you had positions 24 through 31, is that correct? 17 through 31.
Actually, Your Honor, I have 17 through 31.
All right, so we're gonna call all the positions that you currently still have. I believe we were on Kevin Brody. Was there any announcement for Mr. Brody, Ms. Marshall Story? I believe he still is seeking the assistance of the Public Defender's Office. I just want to know if there was any specific announcement from the state regarding this claim.
Your Honor, I would like him to speak with the Public Defender's Office because I do have an offer that I believe he may want to avail himself of, but he may need to go through a public defender to discuss it.
Okay, very good.
Has Mr. Rosenblum been seen? I know he was position number 17 and we were in contact just prior.
What I did is we reset that one, Ms. Marshall Story, to the 17th. He said he thinks that you all will reach a discussion, resolution of the case shortly. So,
I do believe that we will.
All right, once we go through Ms. Ms. Marshall Story's position, my plan is to go right back to that plea with Mr. Elliott. So if you can work on that, Ms. Githia, I appreciate that. Okay, Brian Clark.
Here. Good morning, Your Honor. Kyle Jarsmick for Mr. Clark.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Yarsman. Good to see you. All right, is there an announcement for Mr. Clark?
I'm happy to speak to the state about a potential resolution.
All right, that's great. What I'm gonna, I'd like to call the rest of Ms. Marshall Story's positions shortly, but if you would go ahead and provide her your information and see if you all can resolve this case today, that would be ideal. Ms. Marshall Story, is there already an offer in place for position 19, such that you think that the resolution of this case is possible?
Your Honor, I believe if we can put this down for one additional reset, I just need to get an updated GC.
Okay, so Mr. Yarsmick, it sounds like
Yeah,
it's not
I see,
gonna be
and so
resolved
if Mr.
today. All right, Mr. Yarsmick, it sounds like Ms. Marshall Story is not prepared to make an offer today. You're free to see if I advise you maybe following this proceeding to please reach out and see if there's something that you could do to resolve this. But I'm gonna reset to the June 17th calendar at this time, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. I just sent her my email.
Perfect, and now you and your client are free to go, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Niall Quay Stanley,
Will Kelbo on behalf of Ms. Stanley.
okay. Any announcement from the state, Ms. Marshall Story?
Your Honor, you are going in and out. Is this on position number 20?
Yes, position
Okay.
20, is there an announcement from the state?
This is a dual matter.
Ms. Marshall
with
Story, you're
Shamika
breaking up
Johnson,
really,
by counsel.
you're breaking up really badly, Ms. Marshall Story. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. You said that go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna try back and is that a little better, Your Honor?
Not really. You're getting every third word from you.
This is a dual matter.
Okay.
With position number 21.
Okay.
Are they both represented by counsel?
It's unclear. I'll call that name Shamika Johnson. Is someone here for Shamika Johnson? Is Shamika Johnson present?
I'm here.
Ms. Johnson, have you had the opportunity to obtain an attorney or to speak with someone at the public defender's office?
No.
Okay, would you like to seek the services of the public defender's office?
Yes.
Please go ahead and send the information. Every defendant who would like to speak to the public defender's office, in the interest of time, please send the information right now to the emails in the chat. So Ms. Marshall Story, she does not yet currently have representation, but it sounds as if she's trying to obtain it. Do you believe that there will be offers for both of these cases today?
I believe if I can speak with both attorneys that we can resolve this matter. Again, I don't know if that can happen today or in a timely manner, though I would like to, but if the court wants to put this case over one time, then I will have those conversations with both attorneys.
Before I do that, what I'm gonna do is we'll leave those positions for right now and give you the opportunity to speak to Mr. Kelball today once I call the remainder of your positions. You don't have that many and we should be able to go on to other business.
Judge, I didn't want to interrupt you, but did Ms. Shamika Johnson want to speak to me and try to get an advocate? Okay, Ms. Johnson, can you send me your cell phone and email address in the chat to PD Catrice Helen? I'll speak to her, Judge.
All right, thank you. Stanley Matthews. Okay, I'm sorry, what's it? It's gone.
We're on number 22.
Here.
Did you hear me?
Okay. Mr. Matthews, you're present. I do hear a voice, but I don't see you. Are you represented? Yes, I see you. Are you represented by an attorney?
No, ma'am, I want to represent myself.
Okay, you're not interested in having the services of the public defender's office?
No, ma'am.
All right, so we will get back to you, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, DeQuandrell Davis.
I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Davis, are you interested in seeking the services of the Public Defender's Office, or do you have an attorney?
I
Your
already
Honor,
had,
if I may, yep,
I'm sorry, go ahead, hold 1 second, Ms. Marshall Story. Yes, Ms. Davis?
I
You
was
have
just
an
gonna say,
attorney?
I already had a public defender. I don't know what happened to her, but I spoke to her like maybe 6 months ago when, for the same courtroom.
Your Honor, if I
Okay.
may, I've sent a no process on this case.
Okay, so what that means is this case is dismissed this day, Ms. Davis, and you're free to go from this proceeding. All right?
Thank you. Yes.
Have a good
Thank you.
day. All
You
right,
the
thank
same.
you. All right, Adolph Dorval.
Good morning, Judge. I represent Mr. Dorval. And Judge, I just received paper discovery yesterday. I have not yet received a video or an offer. And but Judge, if we could put this over to June the 17th, I believe I could speak with Ms. Marshall Story, and I believe there's a good chance we could have it resolved.
All right, so Ms. Marshall Story, you concur that this case cannot be resolved today?
I do, Your Honor. Counsel is correct. I did make sure he had a courtesy copy of the discovery via email. It is being sent out properly through the U.S. mail. And if there is a video that can be obtained, I will provide that also and have any further plea negotiations with him prior to the 17th.
All right, that case will be so reset. Jarvis Pate.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You and your client are free to go. Jarvis Pate, Mr. Pate.
Here you are.
All right, Mr. Pate, do you have an attorney?
No.
And have you contacted the public defender's office?
No, I contacted the prosecutor about coming to a solution.
All right, do
I
you
haven't
wish to
heard
have
back.
this? Do you wish to have the services of the public defender's office, or do you want to represent yourself today?
Represent myself.
All right, then we'll be back with you, all right?
All right.
Torian Walker. Mr. Walker is present here in the courtroom, and you've already spoken with the public defender's office, correct? Well, you filled out the application. All right, he'll be back with you. All right, thank you. Charlie Eddy.
Charlie Eddy is present.
All right, Mr. Eddy, do you have an attorney, private counsel, or do you wish to speak to the public defender's office?
Well,
Good morning, Judge.
Hold on one moment, Ms. Rockwell. Mr. Eddy?
Yes, ma'am. I do have an attorney. However, I just got in touch with her here at the last moment here.
All right, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to call your attorney and advise her of this proceeding and see if she can log on and join, all right? We'll be back.
It's me, Judge.
All right, Ms. Rockwell, yes.
It's me.
How you been?
Ms. Rockwell, go ahead, please proceed.
It's me, Judge, the lawyer that he just contacted.
Yes.
On Mr. Addings.
Okay, yes. Did you have any other announcement? I believe
No,
we've already told.
I'm gonna stand down, but this is an additional client, the gentleman you just addressed, Mr. Charlie.
Oh, you represent Mr. Eddy. Okay.
Yes,
That's a better,
I-
okay, good. All right. It was
notified.
unclear for a moment. Okay.
I'll stand down so I can talk to Madam Prosecutor.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Good thing you're still listening.
I was.
Attorney
All
Rockwell,
right.
you have my telephone number if you want to give me a call.
And then
Okay.
There's
Who do
no,
I need to
there's no
call?
chance we can, is there any chance we can resolve this matter today, Mr. Eddy's case?
Maybe.
Maybe, perhaps.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, once I
Yes, I'll
finish
need-
calling, please
with
stay
Ms.
on the
Rockwell.
line a little longer, Ms. Rockwell, and please speak with Ms. Marshall Story. Let's see if we can resolve this matter today, all right?
Okay, she's gonna have to, my cell number is on the chat. I'm not gonna ask her to give me her cell number. I just don't know if I can find it. Let me see if I have it. I'll stand down. If not, I'll ask her to call me.
All right, we'll come back to Mr. Eddy. Don Trevius, right?
Good morning, Judge. Adam Miller for Mr. Wright. He's on the call. I sent the prosecutor's office a DVD or blank DVD for video about a year ago. I haven't got anything back.
Okay.
Well,
So I
Your
don't
Honor, if
believe-
I may, normally in those situations, even though we haven't been in the office in a year, council would have to come up to the office to pick up that blank video. We don't mail them out. But in this particular matter, if there is a video to be had, I can have it uploaded onto evidence.com. Counselor, do you have all of the other discovery that's needed?
And
No,
is there an
we're also-
opportunity to resolve this today? And do you all believe that you could reach a resolution at this time? It does not sound like so. It sounds like there's some outstanding discovery issues. So from what I'm hearing, this case will need to be reset to the June calendar as well.
I mean, I don't see this reaching a resolution today.
I don't either.
All right, so this case will be so reset to the June calendar. As previously indicated, Mr. Miller, once Ms. Marshall Story has your contact information, if she doesn't already have it, you and your client are free to go. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. All right, Michael Cobbs.
Good morning, Judge Williams. Mark Jackson for Mr. Cobb. Ms. Story and I spoke yesterday. She was gracious enough to speak with me. I had received a copy of the discovery yesterday, and we are awaiting hopefully a dash cam video of the incident, and then would like to discuss it with my client, Your Honor.
All right, so there's no opportunity to resolve this today from both parties. You don't think that we can reach a resolution, Ms. Marshall Story?
That's correct.
All right, this case will be so reset.
Your Honor, I am aware of, we'll double check to make sure there's no dash cam.
All right. All right, your case will be so reset, Mr. Jackson. You and your client are free to go.
Is that for the 16th, Your Honor, or the 17th?
It will be the 17th of June at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
All right, Jernard Evans.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Evans, did you wish to seek the services of the Public Defender's Office, or do you have an attorney?
No, I would like to get one.
You want to speak to the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please follow the instructions I gave previously. Put your information into the, send an email to the Public Defender's Office and send your contact information via the chat to Miss Ellen. And we'll get back with you.
It's not showing because I logged in a little late because of my Wi-Fi, so it's not really
Okay,
showing.
if you see PD Helen on this chat, PD Catrice Helen, chat her with your phone number and contact information so that she can speak with you about representing you here at this proceeding today, okay?
All right, thank you.
Contavious Glass. All right, I understand there's some positions we need to get back to, but I'm worried about interpretation. Is there any update, Mr. Lovett, on the Spanish? Okay, Ms. Moran? Ms. Moran, are you present? Yes, we received the LOA. So you'll be reset to the June 17th calendar and you're free to go, all right?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Have a great day. I understand that there's a representative for Ms. Sovereign. I'm gonna get to you shortly, but Mr. Lovett, is he still here? Okay, I want him to do this interpretation case, if someone could speak to him about that, because we're gonna show it as an hour before he needs to be somewhere else. Mr. Lovett, I apologize. Can we work on this interpretation case?
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize. I'll prioritize that.
Can we do that one now? Because what my concern is that it's 10 o'clock. She's got to be gone in an hour. So I'd like to take.
Yes, Your Honor. If I could get put in a breakout room with the interpreter, then I can step in.
Okay. Who's running? Miss Essence? Will you please put, is your phone currently on the Zoom?
It is, Your Honor. I'm on.
Will you put him in a breakout with the interpreter, Ms. Hanovic? Ms. Hanovic, are you still here?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
All right, you're going to be placed in a breakout shortly with Mr. Lovett and Mr. Gomez so that we can take care of that case next. All right.
Oh,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Now we're gonna go, all right, Ms. Sovereign, let's go back to that case. I understand that her attorney has joined the Zoom conference. What number was that? Uh-huh. All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Attorney Teresa Seal Starks for Ms. Sovereign.
All right.
Present, and she's also on the call as well. I was trying to see if I could speak with the solicitor, but I have received paper discovery in the matter. I did want to speak with the solicitor. We do not have an offer, but I wanted to see if it was something that we could try to work out. If not,
All right.
definitely by the next calendar, if we will
Let's see if you could speak with her. Ms. Riley is present on the Zoom conference, but I believe she's speaking with someone else at the time. I believe she's assigned to this case.
Okay.
Oh, Ms. Riley is back.
I'm
Ms.
here. Yes, Your Honor. What
Ms.
position?
Riley, are you in position 6? Are you able to speak with Ms. Souverain's attorney in the hopes that we can reach some type of resolution for this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm available to speak with her. And also Alex McIntosh, which is position 11, has put in the chat that he joined late, and that is also my case.
All right, Mr. McIntosh, do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Would you like the services of the Public Defender's Office?
No, ma'am. I'd like to represent myself.
Okay, so we'll get back with you. All right, is it possible for us to do that plea at position 45, I believe? It was 35? Why did I write 45? Let's see. All right. No, the one that Mr. Elliott is the attorney. Which one was that?
That was
Mr.
Marvin
Elliott?
Augustine, Your Honor.
Yes, that one. Is it possible for us to do that one, Ms. Kifia?
I'm sorry, which one, Your Honor?
Position 45, Marvin Augustine. It says, I want to know if you had been able to get that plea information. I'd like to take that plea now, if we could.
I've been trying to reach Ms. Francis and I'm unable to reach her.
And you don't have the plea offer at any point, or it's not documented?
I don't have her notes on that one.
Okay.
Your Honor, we're happy. I know we're trying to get cases closed out. We're happy to reset.
We really are, Mr. Elliott. Go ahead.
I know we're trying to close out cases. We're happy to reset this.
Is there
either
any
we can-
chance, Ms. Scipio, we might be able to get it? I will reset it hesitantly if you don't think you'll be able to get that information.
If you can just give me a few more moments, Your Honor.
A few more minutes? All
Yes.
right. All right. Are there any announcements from the Public Defender's Office regarding someone who might be eligible for their services, Ms. Helen? Or are you still conducting interviews? She's probably conducting interviews. All right. Is there anyone, I hesitate to even ask this, on the Zoom conference whose name I have not called, who I've not spoken to today? And
Excuse me.
No.
My name.
I believe and all the people that who I've not spoken with, did you all arrive at 9 a.m. the time the court commenced?
I did by 9:05, but it went back
All
out.
right, 9:05 is not 9. All right, let's
Yes,
go
ma'am,
back
I've been
to
there.
this. All right, let's go in. I'll try to go across the top of the calendar, the top of the Zoom. I see Moto G Stylist 5G.
Yes.
Sir,
Hello.
your name?
Maurice Robertson. Maurice Robertson.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, were you here at 9 a.m.?
Yes, I was. Yeah, you was the first name that I called, that you called.
Okay, do you have an attorney, Mr. Robertson?
No, what I would like to say, this case is 2 years old.
I don't want you to say anything about the facts of the case or anything legal because the
Okay.
state is listening. I don't want you to infringe upon your right to remain silent. I'm hearing some really bad feedback, Mr. Robertson. Is that coming from you?
I'm not sure, but can I, do I need to talk to a solicitor today?
Yes, but before we get to that, are you declining the services of the Public Defender's Office?
Well, the public defender can be fine. I just thought the case should have been dropped. Because it came up on the register. I know you said you didn't want me to say anything.
I don't know. I don't want you. I want you to stop talking. I really do. Now, would you like to have the services of the Public Defender's Office? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. I need you to place your information in the chat to Ms. Helen so that she can give you a call and conduct an interview, okay?
She's going to give me a call?
I'm not sure how she's going to conduct that, but if you put your information and chat her and tell her that you need the services of the Public Defender's Office, she will help you, okay?
Judge, Mr. Robinson,
Yes.
you're on your phone. Can you send me your cell phone and your email address in the chat, please?
in the chat.
Right, you're looking at your cell phone?
Right.
So there's a chat mechanism. Send your cell phone and your email in there, okay?
All right, hold on. Let me look. Where do I move over and find that at? Hello?
I'm not sure, Mr. Robinson.
We can't assist you with that. But if you look down at the bottom, or if you want to, Ms. Helen, is there a number for the pub for you to, I don't want you to put your cell phone number in there.
Mr. Robinson, what's your cell phone?
678-300-9009. Now, is there any way that I can get this resolved today?
Okay,
Ms.
please stop talking. Please stop talking,
Okay.
Ms. Robinson.
Mr.
Everyone
Robinson.
is listening. All right,
Okay.
Ms. Helen will contact you shortly. We're going to keep going.
Thanks,
All
Judge.
right. Someone, if you have not been called and I'm not speaking with you today, please click the raise hand feature. I think we just talked to Mr. McIntosh. We'll get back with him. All right, Kayla's iPhone. You have to turn on your camera, ma'am, so that we can identify you. All right, ma'am, your name is Kayla Cullins.
My name is Kayla Cullins.
All right, Ms. Cullins, are you interested in having the services of the Public Defender's Office?
I am. I had did the application. A public defender did reach out to me. They told me that someone going to reach out to me and talk to me about my case before I came to court today, but nobody did not reach out to me. It was a guy.
Send your information to Ms. Helen now so that she can give you a call, all right?
So may I know how to get and reach out to Miss Helen? Is they inside the chat room?
Yes, go in the chat room. If you see PD Catrice Helen, send her your cell phone number and your email address, and she'll be able to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right, now I see Samuel Cohen. What position is he? Position 4. Okay, Mr. Cohen, do you have a private attorney?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Are you interested in the services of the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I have filled out the application and it has been forwarded to the attorney assigned to you.
All right, so you're holding for the assistance of the Public Defender's Office. All right, we'll get back with you. All right, Mr. Lovett, do you believe Mr. Gomez will qualify for your services today?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have an announcement on that case, obviously subject to the court's approval.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if the interpreter is on and you want him to come forward.
Yes, let him come forward. Ms. Hanovic, are you present on this Zoom conference?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Yes, okay, we're gonna try to take Mr. Gomez's case so that you can make that 11 o'clock.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
No, we appreciate you. What position is Mr. Gomez again? Okay, thank you. All right, your announcement, Mr. Lovett.
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, it appears that Mr. Gomez does qualify for our office. I'll be entering an entry of appearance on his behalf. If you could please show a entry of not guilty, Your Honor, we would waive formal arraignment at this point. I believe that the case will involve a little bit of investigation, so I'd be asking that the court be further notice to the court further notice the case to the next available setting, Your Honor.
Sí, su señoría, lo que vamos a hacer es de que queremos aplazar el caso para que nos dé otra fecha. Creo que y él califica para que yo lo represente y necesito más tiempo para ver su caso y necesitamos una fecha nueva.
All right. My question, Mr. Lovett, is do you believe that we'll be able to resolve this by resetting to another Orca calendar, or do you feel it would be most appropriate at this time to reset this case to for further notice to a division judge?
Your Honor, I think that we should make one attempt to, after I've gotten discovery and so forth, to resolve that here in state court. It's a resolvable case, Your Honor.
All right. So we will reset Mr. Gomez to the June 17th calendar at this time. Oh, Ms. Hanovic, if you're translating, you're muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. Vamos a aplazar el caso para el 17 de junio.
All right, Mr. Gomez will be free to go if there's no further outstanding issues from either the state or defense.
You understand
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay,
Your Honor,
señor
could
Gómez,
the interpreter
está libre para irse.
Could the interpreter please repeat the court date for him? I'm not sure he got that.
Mr. Hanovic, will you please repeat his court date?
Señor Gómez, su fecha es el 17 de junio.
Comprende?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. May he be excused?
Yes, Mr. Gomez is free to go.
Okay, señor Gómez, se puede ir.
La hora? What time?
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
A las 9 de la mañana.
Best of luck to you, sir. Have a good afternoon.
Buena suerte a usted, que tenga buena tarde.
All right, Ms. Hetnovic, you're free to go. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I should have written it down the first time.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. Ms. Rockwell, you're making an announcement for Mr. Eddie that the case needs to be reset to the 17th of June. Ms. Rockwell, you still here?
Yes, I am, please.
All right, so we will reset that position, Mr. Charles Eddy, to June 17th.
That is what Ms. Rockwell put in the check, 10 o'clock.
No, all right. So that case will be reset.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Eddy, you are free to go if you are still on the Zoom conference.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a great afternoon. You're free to go, Ms. Rockwell, if that concludes your business with the court. All right. Are there any other announcements from the Public Defender's Office?
Judge, I'm actually speaking to Mr. Bodie. I'm waiting for 3 other applications. So that's where I'm at right now, but I am speaking with Mr. Bodie.
All right, Mr. Lovett, I know you spoke with several people. Is there anyone here that will not qualify for your services?
No, Your Honor, they do appear to qualify. I've not yet spoken with the defendant Walker, but I do have announcements on the other 2 cases. Mr.
All right.
James and Mr. Beard.
Okay.
Bird, rather.
All right, I'm ready for your announcements.
Mr. James.
What number?
Your Honor, on Mr. Emmett James, Your Honor.
Okay.
I've spoken with the defendant on that. He does qualify. We'll be entering an entry of appearance. I'd ask that a entry of not guilty be made. At this point, Your Honor, he's requesting a jury trial. I have gone over the state's offer with him and his options. He'd be formally requesting a jury trial.
All right. Now, did you say you will be submitting a formal waiver of arraignment?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so his case will be reset for the notice to a division judge if his request is for a jury trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
And there's no hope that we may be able to resolve this prior to that?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. That's not to say that we won't try, but I certainly think
All
it's
right.
going to need to be in another division.
All right, we will reset Mr. James for the notice. And Mr. James, after you give me your information or anything else Mr. Levitt may need from you, you're free to go, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you and have a great afternoon.
All right, thank you.
And just to verify, Ms. Riley, there was no announcement from the state regarding Mr. James' case before I let him go, other than that offer? No
Hello.
other- Ms. Riley, is Ms. Riley here?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm talking with Attorney Seals. Could you repeat that?
Okay, I was just making sure that there was no other announcement from the state regarding position 8 before I let him leave today. Mr. Levitt conveyed to me that you all are continuing to negotiate. I just wanted to verify with you.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, I've given Mr. Levitt the offer and it was continued to June 17th.
No, he's requesting jury trial at this time, and it'll be reset for the notice to a division judge for further prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. All right, well, free to go from me. All right. Who do we have next?
Mr. James, Your Honor. Mr. James.
Mr.
Mr.
Bird.
Yes, Mr. Bird, I apologize.
Will there be a similar announcement, Mr. Levitt?
There will, Your Honor.
Okay, so you'll be waiving arraignment. And was there an offer on this case? I know Ms. Riley.
It was, Your Honor. It was 12 months to serve. I don't know if you want the details of that offer. sometime.
No, it sounds as if that's not going to be resolved today. So I'll take you'll enter your formal waiver when you leave.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you anticipate this one being able to be resolved at some point such that we could put him on an Orca calendar?
Your Honor, I think it probably needs to just go to the Superior Court for the regular calendar.
It's a driving, I know Ms. Riley is busy.
I'm multitasking, Your Honor.
I know you're multitasking. I would like you, it's a driving offense. I really would like to see if you are, and it's a very serious driving offense, however, but hoping that in light of the age of the case, that you all might be able to resolve this rather than further noticing this to a division judge.
I would love to do that, Your Honor. That's perfect.
Okay, so we will reset this to an Orca calendar.
Okay.
For
Can we ensure that we have enough time to review the discovery, approximately 30 days, Your Honor?
Okay, we'll reset that one to July 8th. So Mr. Bird, your case is being reset to July 8th. Your attorney is gonna take the opportunity to speak with the prosecutor to see if they can come up with something to resolve the case that's agreeable to both parties, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I inquire, just because I'm unfamiliar how you run your calendars, will that be a status or will that be a final plea or how will that?
That will be a status calendar, but we also take pleas at the status calendar if
Understood.
possible.
Thank you very much.
Motions and hearings are separate.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, I'm ready on position 18, Kevin Brody.
All
Mr.
right.
Brody does not qualify for the Public Defender's Office's services. However, he'd like to speak to the assigned solicitor to his case.
All right, he wants to represent himself. All right, I'll get back with you, Mr. Brody. Are there any other announcements?
No, Judge, I would just like to say, the 3 other people I'm waiting for applications, please take your time to fill that out completely and email those back to me. Ms. Franz Lawrence.
All right. And going back to you, Ms. Gitiea, is there any hope that we receive that plea information for position 45?
Unfortunately, no, Your Honor. If we can ask.
All right, we'll reset that case to the 17th, and I really hope that that plea information is available then, as the idea is for us to move and resolve age cases as part of this calendar. Mr. Elliott, you and your client are now free to go. I did our best for us to take that plea there today, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to, all right? So we'll see you and your client back on the 17th of June.
Yes, Your Honor. Will we receive separate notice on that?
You will.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, take care. You both are free to go at this time.
Thank you.
I'm gonna mute. That's good. All right, are there any other announcements from any attorneys, private or otherwise?
Hello.
There's someone speaking?
Yes, this is Mr. Robinson. Was I free to leave the meeting? I wasn't sure.
No, you're not free to leave
Okay.
until you speak.
Okay.
Are there any announcements from other attorneys?
Oh my God.
All right, no announcements from attorneys. All right, Mr. Brody, you're present on the Zoom conference.
Yes, I am.
Mr. Brody, are you present?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
I can't, oh, there you are. You do not qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office. Your case is 20 CR 003239F, in which you're charged with 1 count of simple battery. Do you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and I believe it was, who was assigned to this case? Was it Miss Marshall Story?
It's Erica Marshall Story.
Yes, Miss Marshall Story, there was an offer. He does not qualify for the services of the public defender. I would like you to convey that offer to him.
Your Honor, would you like to do that in a breakout session?
Yes, Mr. Brody, you do have the right to an attorney. I just want to make that clear. Ms. Marshall Story is going to discuss some potential offers with you to resolve the case. If you need more time to get an attorney after speaking with her, that will be an option, okay? So
Yes.
I'm gonna have her put in a breakout session with you. I'll try to go to a case that's not Ms. Marshall's stories in the meantime. So if those two could be placed in a breakout to discuss his case, that would be appreciated. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So Ms. Marshall's story had all the way to position 31, I believe, so I have to take someone after that who wanted to represent themselves. Mr. Ingram. Yes, 35.
Yeah,
And just to clarify, Ms. Githia, this is your case? Position 35?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ingram, your case is 20 CR 003522F, in which you are charged with simple battery family violence with the offense date of May the 28th of 2020. Do you understand your constitutional rights today?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, there is a potential plea offer. I believe that Ms. Githia is going to present to you. I'm going to ask that she put you in a breakout to discuss that offer with you. You do have a right to an attorney. If after speaking with her, you have questions and are unable and unsure whether or not you'd like to take it, we can discuss some options for you to obtain an attorney. And you are absolutely sure you do not wish to have the services of the public defender's office today?
Yes, I'm sure, Your Honor.
All
I
right.
just had one question.
No, you can't. You cannot ask me any questions because I can't. Well, let me hear what your question is. What's your question, Ms. Ingram?
It was, excuse my ignorance. I was just saying if the case did come to a resolution today, is payment, do I have to pay anything?
And
That was
those are
my,
the kind of questions I really can't answer for you. I'm not sure what
okay,
the offer would be. And that's
okay.
why I said that sometimes the best thing to do is.
And Judge,
to
I'm ready
speak
on
to-
position 39.
Give me 1 second, Ms. Helen, then I'll be right with you.
That's Ms.
Sometimes
France
the
Lawrence.
best thing to do is to speak to the public defender's office just to get a basic understanding of this proceeding. It is, of course, your right to not do so, and it is also your right to hire a private attorney if you wish to do that. But I'm going to put you into a chat with Ms. Githia. But before I do that, Ms. Helen, your announcement likely concerns a case to which Ms. Githia is assigned. Mr. Lawrence France, Ms. Lawrence France.
And Judge,
yes,
for position 39,
yes,
Ms. France does not qualify for the services of the public defender's office. However, she would like to speak to the assigned solicitor to her case today.
All right. So Ms. Lawrence, you'll have to hold for Ms. Githia as well. I'm going to let her speak with Mr. Ingram. When she returns, she will speak with you. All right?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Can Ms. Githia be put in a breakout room with Mr. Ingram? And Ms. Githia, when you return, please give me your announcement.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. I would like, let's see if I can go to it. I may not be able to go to another unrepresented position at this time, but I will try. All right.
And Your Honor, Ms. Seals and I have an announcement whenever the court is ready.
The court is ready.
Your Honor, Ms. Seals has asked for a alternative resolution that I would need to seek approval for. So we would just ask for the case to be reset one time. We will probably have it resolved prior to June 17th, but we would ask for the June 17th reset.
We'll reset that case position 6 to the June 17th status calendar in the hopes that you all will resolve it. We'll have resolved it before then.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Seals, you and your client are free to go. Take care.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Your Honor.
afternoon.
Bye.
All right. All right. Is there anyone waiting, not for the public defender's office, but is there any other person that indicated they wanted to represent themselves that I have not addressed I may not be able to take any because everybody is taken.
Stella Matthews.
I can't take you right now, Mr. Matthews. You'll have to hold for one moment for Ms. Marshall's story to return.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll be in a very brief recess. Are there any other announcements, Mr. Levitt?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I'm just trying to get an offer on a case.
Okay. Oh, Ms. Marshall's story has returned. Ms. Marshall's story, any announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. I've spoken to Mr. Brody, and upon completion of an anger management class, the state will be prepared to no.
Oh, I can't hear.
that's the case. If he can get that done process upon receipt of the completion of the anger management course.
All right, so what we're gonna do, Mr. Brody, is we're gonna reset your case one time. How long is the anger management course, Ms. Marshall Story, typically? Is it not it's not the 8 weeks? He wouldn't have time for that one.
No, he should be able to find a day-long course. Now, if he needs additional time, that's fine with me. I just thought he'd rather get it done sooner rather than.
Okay, Mr. Brody, are you present?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Brody, my inclination is to reset your calendar. Your case to the June 17th calendar, and that should give you enough time to complete a one-day class. And if you come to court with proof that you've completed that, that will be the end of this. Ms. Marshall Story will have the case dismissed. All right?
Now, Your Honor, if it is okay with the court, I told him if he emails it to me, then I'll present the no process to the court. Would that be sufficient?
That's more than sufficient, but I'll still place the calendar here in the event that there,
Yes, it should be on the calendar.
Yes. Okay, so June 17th.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Brody, you're gonna be free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Make sure that you take care of getting that information to Ms. Marshall Story before that court date. If you haven't done so, you'll have to come back in June and tell me why. All right?
Yes, I just need her email.
All right. If you'll put it in the chat to him.
I'm putting my information in the chat right now.
All right. Once you have that, Mr. Brody, you are free.
I'm doing that now.
All right. Let's see if we can go to once that's done, you are free to go, Mr. Brody. Let's go to Stanley Matthews. He's off. He wishes to represent himself. Mr. Matthews, your case is 20 CR 003376F. In which you're charged with obstruction of a law enforcement officer, criminal trespass, and battery against a pregnant female with the offense date of April the 26th of 2020. Ms. Marshall Story, Mr. Matthews, you understand you have the right to an attorney and you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Marshall Story, I'm gonna ask that you and Mr. Matthews be placed in a breakout session to see if any resolution could be reached at this time.
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm waiting. Miss Essence, if you could put them to, thank you. All right, Mr. Pate will be with you shortly. You'll have to wait for Ms. Marshall Story to return. All right, was there anyone else who had indicated that they wish to represent themselves other than Mr. Pate? Mr. Ingram, we're already speaking.
I'd like to represent myself.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to represent myself.
What position is he? Okay.
It's two people trying to plead themselves.
Whoever is speaking, please mute. All right, Mr. Hines, there is, I believe, a proposed offer. Ms. Githia, let me first give you your rights. Mr. Hines, your case is 20 CR 003697F, in which you're charged with simple battery with an offense date of June the 14th of 2020. Do you understand your constitutional rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that you have a right to an attorney and you're declining to take advantage of that right, and you want to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, there is a proposed offer. Ms. Githia, are you present? Can I have you put into a breakout room with Mr. Hines?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if that could take place. And Mr. Hines, she's going to speak with you regarding the potential offer. You do have the right to an attorney. If afterwards, and Ms. Githia makes an announcement, you wish to obtain counsel, I will discuss that with you. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Riley, I see you've returned. Are there any announcements from your part on a part of the state?
No, Your Honor, I believe that I am just waiting for the public defender's office on the remainder of my cases.
All right.
Judge, which ASG is over position 30? I just messaged them about an offer in the chat.
I think that's Ms. Marshall's story and she's speaking with someone.
Understood.
All right. Are there any other announcements, Ms. Helen?
No, Your Honor, I'm just waiting to speak to the state.
All right, is there anyone on the Zoom conference that has not submitted an application to the Public Defender's Office who wants their services? So everyone has spoken to the Public Defender's Office? All right. Oh, I see Mr. Ingram has returned. Hold on, he was.
Hey, Judge, my bad. I'm back.
All right. All right. Who was assigned again? I've forgotten. That was Ms. Giffiao, who's now gone. So you have to wait one moment. iPhone, I see you on the Zoom conference. Who, please identify yourself. There's someone joined onto the Zoom conference as iPhone. If you're a defendant. All right, we will be in a very brief recess as we await announcements.
Your Honor, if I could have Mr. Ingram give me his email address so I can email him the paperwork.
Okay, what is your announcement for Mr. Ingram?
He has he agrees to the state's recommendation.
What is the state's recommendation? Please put it on the record.
Yes.
And he'll need to formally take a plea today.
The state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for the time served, 2 anger management sessions, no violent contact with the victim, Jerome Ingram Sr., and the balance will be suspended upon completion of the conditions.
And you understand that, Mr. Ingram, and you wish to take that offer today?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to take that offer.
All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions to make sure that you're knowingly and voluntarily taking that plea. All right?
Okay.
And you understand that you had a right to an attorney today and you declined to take advantage of that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Did anyone force or coerce you into taking a plea today?
No, Your Honor.
And you understand by taking the plea, you're giving up your right to go to court later and present any evidence you may have had to have this charge against you dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're prepared to waive these rights?
Yes.
And do you understand the requirements of the sentence? That you have to complete the 2 anger management courses. The time that you serve in the Fulton County Jail, you will not have additional jail time, and you are to have no further violent contact with the victim. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
All right, as to the charge of simple battery family violence, how do you plead?
I plead not guilty.
You plead what?
I plead guilty.
All right, I accept your guilty plea. Please make sure that you send your email over to Ms. Giffiao. Unfortunately, you cannot leave this Zoom conference until I confirm that she has the information to give you the plea paperwork.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And Judge, I'm ready on position 1.
I'm sorry, Ms. Helen, you were speaking?
Yes, Your Honor, I am ready on position 1, Maurice Robertson.
Okay.
I spoke to Mr. Robertson. He does not qualify for the public defender services today. However, he would like to speak to the assigned solicitor to his case to see if he could get it resolved today.
All right, Ms. Riley, would you be willing to go into a breakout room with Mr. Robertson to see if there's an offer or a way to resolve this matter today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if Mr. Robertson and Ms. Riley could be placed in a breakout, I would appreciate that. All right, I see Ms. Marshall Story has returned. Are there any announcements, Ms. Marshall Story?
Yes, I believe the defendant has an announcement, Your Honor.
All right. You have to remind me again which case that was. Who did you just speak with?
I spoke with Stanley Matthews, position number 26.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you giving me that information. Mr. Matthews, 24. Mr. Matthews, you have an announcement for the court?
Oh, I'm sorry, position 24.
Is Mr. Matthews present? Oh, there he is. Please unmute. You're muted, Mr. Matthews. Yes,
Can you
you're
hear me?
not. Yes. Now be
Yeah,
careful. Wait 1 second. Be very careful on what you're saying to me in open court. I don't want to infringe upon your right to remain silent. What is your announcement?
I just wanted to take mine to trial.
All right. So if you want to be reset for a jury trial, what I'll need to do is arraign your case at this time. And then I'm not sure if there's anything he'll need to sign. Probably not. It does. Right? Okay, Mr. Matthews, this is going to present a slight challenge. Do you have a way to email me the paperwork that you would need to resolve your case today? Not resolve, but to reset your case today.
No, I don't have no paperwork.
No, we're going to send you the paperwork, but the question I have, is there a way for you to send that paperwork back to me?
I could go to the post office, however, to send it.
Now, the problem is I have to have the paperwork before we conclude this proceeding today, or else.
Can I send it back in the email?
Yes, that was my question. If you receive paperwork by email, are you going to be able to get that paperwork back to me today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to formally arraign your case. Give me 1 moment.
Good morning. Can I have the offer for position 30, Jannard Evans from the state? Thank you.
The offer on that case is a battery family. I'm sorry, do you want me to send it in the chat or just say it in open court?
We can send it in the chat. Maybe he accepts it. We'll put it on the record.
Sure, I'll send it. Chat.
Baby. Hello?
All right, Mr. Matthews, what's going to happen is I'm going to formally arraign your case, which essentially means that you're going to enter a plea of not guilty to the charges, and your case will be reset to a division judge who will actually hold that trial for you. In your email, you're going to receive some very important documents that you have to sign and send back. If you're unable to send them back by email, the best thing for you to do is to come down to the courthouse and bring it to us. Do you understand that, Mr. Matthews? But you have to unmute. You have to unmute. Mr. Matthews, I need you to unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to be able to bring your documents down to the courthouse?
I will bring them. I will bring them down to the courthouse, but I know I got an email and send me the paperwork. I'm gonna sign them and send them right back, like just forward them back to you from the same.
As long as you can do that. Now, if you get into a position where you see that you cannot, you must come down and get that paperwork submitted, or else it's as if you just did not come into court at all. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you also, I don't want you to say your email address, Mr. Matthews. Are you able to type your email address into the chat feature? So, and send it to Miss, who would we send it to? Not me. Oh, or can you just put your email in the chat? Is that possible?
I don't see why I type at the chat.
Okay, what is your email address?
It's DUKEDOG0880
All right, and what I'll need you to do is stay on this conference after I run your case, and you can just check and make sure you got the paperwork, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Stanley Matthews, you've been formally charged with several offenses. I'm gonna read you each accusation, all right?
Yes,
State of
ma'am.
Georgia versus Stanley Matthews. It reads as follows in case 20 CR 003376F. I, Keith E. Gamage, Solicitor General of the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, in the name and on behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do hereby charge and accuse Stanley Matthews with the offense of battery against a female who was pregnant, a misdemeanor. For that said accused in the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, on or about April 26, 2020, did cause visible bodily harm to Jennifer Johnson, female who was pregnant at the time of the act, to wit, being dragged down the stairs when she was 6 months pregnant in violation of OCGA Section 16-5-23.1, contrary to the laws of the state, the good order and peace and dignity thereof. That is the first one, all right? The next
Yes,
one
ma'am.
reads as follows: State of Georgia versus Stanley Matthews, accusation number 20 CR 003376F. It reads, I, Keith E. Gamage, Solicitor General for the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, in the name and on behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do hereby charge and accuse Stanley Matthews with the offense of criminal trespass, a misdemeanor. For that said accused in the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, on or about April 26, 2020, did intentionally damage the property of Jessica Barnett, a Lectress tablet without his or her consent, and the damage thereto was $500 or less, to wit, throwing the tablet against the wall in violation of OCGA Section 16-7-21, contrary to the laws of this state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof, signed Keith E. Gamage. All right, the last one. It reads as follows: State of Georgia versus Stanley Matthews, accusation number 20 CR 003376F. I, Keith E. Gamage, Solicitor General of the County of Fulton. I believe that's the same one. He had another. We're missing obstruction, right? We've got criminal trespass, battery. This is the count 2. I'm missing count 1. I got 2 at count 3. 1 second, Mr. Matthews.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the final charge. Thank you so much, Reese. Stanley, State of Georgia versus Stanley Matthews. I, Keith E. Gamage, Solicitor General of the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, in the name and on behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do hereby charge and accuse Stanley Matthews with the offense of obstruction of a law enforcement officer, a misdemeanor. For that said accused in the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, on or about April 26, 2020, did knowingly and willfully obstruct, hinder L. Williams, a law enforcement officer with the Atlanta Police Department, in the lawful discharge of his or her duties, to wit, when told to stop, the accused ran from the scene in violation of OCGA 16-10-24A, contrary to the laws of the state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Signed, Keith E. Gamage. Now that I've read those accusations to you, the case will be set for trial, and the trial will be scheduled by the state court judge to whom this case is assigned. At this trial, you will have a right to an attorney, just as you've had today, and the state will bear the burden to prove the charges against you. If the state does meet that burden and they get a conviction, you could face a sentence of up to 1 year in prison or a fine of $1,000 for each charge that can run concurrently or consecutively. Based upon the information I've presented to you, Mr. Matthews, do you plead not guilty to these charges?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your plea of not guilty. Your case will be reset for trial and scheduled by the division judge. You need to make sure that we get the paperwork that you, once you have confirmed
Yeah,
that you have the
I'm waiting on
paperwork.
y'all to send it.
Once we have confirmed that you have that paperwork, you'll be free to go. And I'll expect that paperwork here no later than Monday morning, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
I'm just waiting on y'all.
Are there any announcements from Public Defender's Office?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I'm just waiting on an offer on Mr. Walker.
All right, any announcements from any members of the state? Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor. I've spoken with Mr. Robinson and his matter, of course, he's asking for the case to be dismissed, but there is further research that I need to do in regards to the officer in this case before I could offer a dismissal. So we would ask for a one-time reset.
Okay, Mr. Robertson, did you hear that information? Are you
Yes.
present? We're gonna
Yes.
reset your case. You've presented Ms. Riley with your request for dismissal. She's not prepared to dismiss the case at this time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset your case one time to June. And it is my strong advice that you speak to an attorney between now and then in the
Okay.
hopes that they can assist you with that. So your case will be reset to June 17th at 9 a.m., all right?
June 17th, 9 a.m. All right, thank you. Thank you.
All
Your
right,
Honor.
you're free to go. Take care.
All right. All right, you too. Thank you. Bye.
All right, there was someone else waiting to speak to Ms. Marshall's story. Is that correct, Mr. Pate, I believe, or Ms. Marshall's story, is she back?
Baby.
Ms. Matthews, please mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh.
Okay, you're back. Mr.
I'm
Pate,
here.
Mr. Pate, you still wish to represent yourself, correct?
Who wanted to speak? I'm sorry, who wanted to speak with me?
I'm confirming that now. Mr. Pate, do you still want to speak with the solicitor assigned to your case?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Marshall Story, would you be willing to speak to Mr. Jarvis Pate? He wishes to represent himself today.
Yes, Your Honor. And just, I received a message in the chat. If we could just briefly hit position number 26, Attorney Lovett's case.
Okay.
Torian Walker.
Okay, you still break up a little bit, Ms. Marshall Story, but yes, position 26, what is the announcement?
I am just awaiting an updated GCIC, which I don't have. Provided that comes back as not having changed, I'll be prepared to no process the case. So if we can put this case over for one date, that would be fine.
Okay, we will reset the position 26, Mr. Torian Walker's case to the June 17th calendar as well. Mr. Walker will be free to go, but you will need to return for that June 17th calendar. Is there anything outstanding, Mr. Lovett, that you'd also like to address?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. If I can just speak with my client in the hallway real quickly, and then we'll.
Okay, and you'll be, yes, okay, so we'll reset that case as well to the 17th calendar.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, back to
Okay,
25.
and I can go into the breakout room with Mr. Pate now.
Yes, can Ms. Marshall Story and Mr. Pate be placed in the breakout? Ms. Githia, do you have any announcements, or Ms. Riley? All right, does not appear so.
Yes, Your Honor, regarding position 44,
Yes.
Ishmael Hines.
Yes.
The state's offer was 12 months probation, 1 anger management class, no violent contact with the victim, Ms. Kiera White, and the balance to be suspended upon completion of the condition.
Okay, can you give it to us one more time? Is Mr. Hines actually going to take this plea today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hines, do you wish to take this plea without speaking to an attorney or getting further clarification? And you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Githia, will you put the plea back onto the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's offer is 12 months probation, 1 anger management class, no violent contact with the victim, Kiera, Kiera White, and the balance to be suspended upon completion of condition.
And you understand what that means, Mr. Hines? That essentially you're on probation until you complete that class and you can't have any further violence with Ms. White. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the plea that you wish to take? You don't wish to speak to an attorney regarding the implication of taking the plea?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions to make sure that this is a voluntary plea. Do you have a way to send us your paperwork as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you'll be able to do that today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
And you understood you have a right to an attorney at this proceeding, but you're declining to obtain the right to counsel, to obtain counsel at this time.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone forced or coerced you into taking this plea?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that by taking this plea, you're waiving your right to challenge the evidence later in the court of law?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared to give up your right completely to a court date where you can present any evidence that might result in a dismissal of these charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you understand the requirements of the sentence as I just explained to you and as the state explained?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of simple battery, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
You plead not guilty? If you plead not guilty, you're not taking the plea today.
Oh, guilty.
And you do not contest the facts associated with this, the venue. Do you contest the venue, which means that this occurred in Fulton County?
Yes, ma'am.
And you contest that, or if you contest it, we can't take a plea. By taking the plea, you're acknowledging that everything the state has said about you is absolutely true.
True. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I accept your guilty plea. Please work on getting that paperwork over to us. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please stay on the conference until you're able to do so.
And Judge, I sent a message to the state for positions 21 as well as positions 30. You could check the chat for me.
All right, are there any other announcements?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Position number 11, Alex McIntosh, he indicated he did not want to speak with the Public Defender's Office. I believe that was his announcement.
Okay, and I believe at the time, Mr. McIntosh, are you present?
Yes,
And you
ma'am.
chose to represent yourself. Your case is 20 CR 003033F, in which you're charged with simple battery with the offense date of April the 23rd of 2020. Would you like to speak with Ms. Riley regarding your case?
I really.
Wait, stop. I don't want you to say anything that might potentially be used against you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the only questions are really, would you like to get an attorney to assist you with this? Would you like to speak to the public defender's office, or would you like to hear what offers the state have for you regarding this case?
The office, what the state has.
Okay, can Ms. Riley and Mr. McIntosh be placed into a Zoom conference, please? And Ms. Marshall Story, you've returned. You have an announcement?
Your Honor, I believe the defendant is gaining an attorney. I believe the defendant wants to retain an attorney.
All right, you have to remind me of who you just spoke with. Who was
I
that?
spoke with Mr. Jarvis, case number 25.
Mr. Pate, okay, I've got you. All right, Mr. Pate, you wish to have time to obtain an attorney? Mr. Pate? You're muted.
Hello?
Yeah, so you've spoken with the state and you declined to accept the offer presented to you by the state?
Yes,
All right, and you'd like to have time to obtain an attorney?
yes.
All right, it's my hope that you'll still be able to resolve this case. So then rather than reset your case to a full jury trial, I will reset your case to the June 17th calendar as well in the hopes that we can resolve this, all right?
Okay.
So please work on obtaining an attorney today such that they can be present and available in time for that June 17th calendar, all right?
All right.
All right, Mr. Pate, you are free to go once you've provided some contact information to Ms. Marshall Story.
How should I go about doing that?
Please put it in the chat.
Your Honor, can I request that Mr. Jerome Ingram put his email in the chat?
Mr. Ingram, please put your information in the chat as well. All right, are there any other announcements from any attorneys of the Public Defender's Office? And any attorneys from the state? Has everyone been interviewed? Are there interviews still being conducted? All right, we can go, I believe, to Ms. Lawrence. Ms. Lawrence, you needed to speak with, what position was Ms. Lawrence? She needed to speak with Ms. Marshall Story, didn't she?
Your Honor, my bad. I had a question. Sorry.
Oh, hold 1 second, Ms. Ingram. Please put your email
What
into the
position is
chat.
this?
We're trying to find Ms. Lawrence now.
I'm right here.
No, we're trying to find you on
Oh.
paper, Ms. Lawrence, not
Oh,
on the Zoom.
Mhm.
Number 39, I believe, Your Honor.
Okay, so she would need to speak to Ms. Marshall Story as well. All right.
And Judge, which solicitor has position 21 as was position 30?
That's
Ms. Marshall Story.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you, Ms. Marshall.
All right. Ms. Lawrence would like to be able to speak with you as Ms. Marshall Story. You're very popular right now. Ms. Lawrence needs to be able to speak with you as well. Is there any proposed offer before I give her the opportunity to speak to you on position 39?
May I ask what position that is?
39, position 39.
Position 39?
Yes, Ms. Lawrence.
Position.
That's Ms. Serena.
Yeah, that's mine.
Scythia has
Oh,
position
that's Ms.
39.
Githia. I apologize. I thought it was Ms. Marshall Story. Ms. Githia, is there any proposed offer for position 39?
Yes, let me pull it up, Your Honor. The state's offer for position 30, yes.
Wait, don't give me the offer though. There is an offer?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Lawrence, would you like to speak to Ms. Githia regarding a potential resolution of this case?
Yes, I'd like to speak to her.
All right, if Ms. Lawrence and Ms. Githia could be placed in a breakout. All right.
Okay.
Is everyone else otherwise waiting to hear from the Public Defender's Office or waiting to speak with, are there any, let me start with this. Are there any announcements from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. For position 11, Alex McIntosh, I did speak with him. I believe he does now want to speak with the Public Defender's Office for application, but I will let him confirm that.
Mr. McIntosh, is that your wish?
Yes, yes, Honor. Yes,
Okay, what you'll need to do is send your phone number and email in the chat to Miss Helen.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then we'll be back with you. Thank you, Ms. Riley.
You're
Are there other announcements? Has everyone else been able, Mr. Kelball, have you been able to speak with anyone? You're muted.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
All right.
My client, position 20, Naliquia Stanley, is a cross defendant with Shamika Johnson, position 21, and I believe since it's a cross defendant case, Miss Helen was waiting to speak with
Ms. Marshall Story.
Miss Marshall Story.
All right, so we'll continue to hold. Are there any?
Yes, am I able to go into a room with both attorneys?
Yes, that would be great. Can we put Miss Marshall Story in a breakout with Mr. Kelball and Miss Helen?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Who's speaking?
This is Stanley Matthews. I was just wondering, because they haven't sent the paperwork to me yet for me to be filling it out to send it back.
It's coming. Please hold.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Matthews, you should have it in a second. Please confirm that you do. Please mute Mr. Matthews. Mr. Levitt, do you have any announcements by any miracle?
I don't, Your Honor.
All right.
I've pretty well dealt with the cases that were here in the courtroom.
That's it.
Stay available.
Okay. How many people are still waiting to speak to a public defender?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Will Kelball on behalf of Nilukia Stanley. I've spoken to Ms. Marsha Story, and she is going to enter null process on cases in positions 2020 and 21. She is on the phone. They're still conferencing regarding some other cases of Attorney Helen's.
All right, so those two, are those two defendants present? Ms. Stanley and Ms. Stanley, I don't believe I see Ms. Stanley or Ms. Johnson, but if they're on the Zoom conference, they are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Calvin, does that complete your business as well?
That concludes my business.
All right, have a great afternoon. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And thank you, Your Honor. I'll get those no processes completed. I'm on the phone with Ms. Helen right now.
Okay, thank you.
On another matter. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are there any other announcements?
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Matthews.
I have received them.
All right, and you're gonna get them here by Monday morning?
Yes, I'm gonna fill them out now. Once I can get off the conference and send them back. If they don't come back, then I'll be down there as soon as possible.
All
today.
right. Okay, I appreciate that. Mr. Matthews, you're free to go. Best of luck to you, sir, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right, we will be in a very brief recess. Or perhaps there are other announcements. Let me check before we do that. Are there any other announcements at this time?
Yes, Sean, I was just trying to make sure that,
Not you, Mr. Ingram.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
you. All right, no announcements from the state.
Governors, we've dealt with everybody who's in person here. May I be excused?
Yes,
I know
you
the
can.
calendar's not done yet, but frankly, I don't know what use I can be.
Yeah, you can be excused, Mr. Lovett. Have a
Thank you
good
very much,
afternoon.
Your Honor. I appreciate the help of your staff today, and hope everybody has a nice weekend.
You too. We appreciate you coming down to help us with that as well.
I think moving forward, we're off the record, aren't we, Your Honor? I think moving forward,
Hello?
All right, Ms. Githia, I see that you've returned. Before I speak with Ms. Lawrence, Ms. Githia, there was some paperwork, I believe, that we needed to get from you. What was the position again? Oh, Mr. Hines' plea paperwork. Is there any update on that, Ms. Githia? You're muted.
I'm filling it out now. I have it.
Okay, Ms. Hines, thank you. All right, Ms. Lawrence, is there an announcement from either you or Ms. Githia regarding the resolution of your case?
Yes, I need to obtain an attorney.
All right. So what we'll
that's
do, Ms. Lawrence, we will reset your case one time to that June 17th calendar. Please
June
endeavor to
17th.
have an attorney by that date in the hopes that your case can be resolved by then. So I suggest you start looking today so that that attorney will have time to prepare for something that's simply a month out. All right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care, Ms. Lawrence.
Mhm.
Oh, before you go, Ms. Lawrence, before you go, make sure
yeah.
Ms. Githia has contact information for you.
Okay, Ms. Githia, you have my info, or do I need to text that chat, send it in the chat?
If you can put it in the chat, I will appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. I'll do that now.
All right, will be, are there any other announcements at this time? Was there anyone wishing to represent themselves who was not, I've not yet spoken to? All right, we'll be on a brief hold. All right, is there any other announcements at this time from Ms. Githia, Ms. Marshall Story, Ms. Riley? Or Ms. Helen?
No, Your Honor, nothing from Miss Riley.
All right.
Nothing from Ms. Githia. I'm waiting on the paperwork, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, Miss Helen is actually doing paperwork on position number 30. Jannard Evans, and she's going to submit that to the court since I am operating out of a vehicle.
Yes, Judge, I actually have the plea paperwork. I'll fill that out, email it to Miss Beverly, as well as you and Miss Story. And I'll scan that now.
Okay, so Mr. Evans is gonna be taking a plea today?
Correct, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Evans is gonna have to turn on his camera so that we can do that. Are there any other announcements before we begin to take that plea?
No, Judge, I did have Miss Johnson's case, but I do believe that that was null pros.
All right, yes, it was. And are there other people waiting to speak with you, Ms. Helen?
I do not believe so, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Cowan, I see you. You were waiting to speak with the public defender's office, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay, Ms. Helen, he's also waiting to speak with you. I want to do this as efficiently as possible. So what I think we should do is hold for a few moments while we get the plea paperwork together. Let Ms. Helen speak to Mr. Cowan, because I believe those are the last two positions that need to be addressed. So Ms. Evans will be on hold to take your plea. Ms. Helen will speak with Mr. Cowan, and then we'll move forward from there. All right?
Understood, Judge.
All right. Well, I'll
Your
be
Honor, I'm sorry, not an announcement, just a question. Has anyone spoken to or gotten paperwork for Mr. McIntosh from the Public Defender's Office? He did.
No,
ask-
Mr. McIntosh is also waiting. So it's Mr.
Oh.
McIntosh as well as Mr.
Okay,
Cowan.
that's correct. That's correct. So why don't, Ms. Helen, you conduct those interviews if you can now, and then we'll take Mr. Evans' plea.
Mr. Samuel Cowan, if you can put your email and cell phone number to me in the chat, thank you.
I apologize. I put him in the breakout room so that you can meet with them, Miss Helen. So he's coming back.
Understood.
He's back on.
Mr. Ingram, did you have the opportunity to submit your paperwork yet?
Your Honor, I was looking at it now. You talking about the paperwork the lady just sent me?
Yes.
I was gonna ask you how do I supposed to submit it? Like through the email. Just
You can't really sign it on your phone. You would have to print it out and scan it back to us. Are you able to do that?
not today. Nah, I have to do it tomorrow. I go to.
I'm
I
not
can go
sure
to.
how, I'm not sure how that works administratively. Technically, we're supposed to be able to close your case today, just as if you were down here and able to sign the paperwork.
Oh, okay.
You have
Let
to
me.
be able to get us to get that to, what type of phone do you have? Is it an Android or an iPhone?
It's an Android.
Okay, unfortunately, I don't know how to guide you. iPhones, you can take a picture to scan the documents back in PDF form. I can't guide you with that. Mr. Ingram, you're gonna have to really think about how you can get us that paperwork, or else it's as if that plea did not take place today.
Okay. Can I take a picture of it with my phone and try to send it to you that way?
Yes, we can try. It has to be very clear and the size of a full page, but try. All
Okay.
right.
Give me 1 second.
All right. Don't leave the conference until you try.
Okay. I'm not.
Can you add me to the breakout room again with Mr. Cowan?
Ms. Riley, I just want to check something with you. Did you have any announcement for position 2?
Position 2, I have as not appearing. Did they?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Robertson, R. Robertson, could you forward me Mr. Samuel Cowan's application, please? Could the ASG for position 4, Mr. Samuel Cowan, send the offer in the chat for me, please? Thank you.
Yes, certainly.
And Mr. McIntosh, I'm trying to call you at the moment. Can you answer the phone? This would be Attorney Patrice Helen.
I didn't get a phone call. Is that, I put my number in the group chat? That's the right number?
Mr. McIntosh, go ahead and message me another good cell phone number to contact you at directly in the chat for me.
Yes, ma'am. Your number was 4705, 485.
And it's 470-485-8219.
Yes, ma'am. That was you. I see your card. That was you had called 5 minutes ago. Now, do I call that number back or is you gonna call me?
That's okay. Hold on for me. Go ahead and mute yourself.
Mr. Hines, the way that you sent us the paperwork, I know we have not yet taken your plea, but the paperwork, we can't print it or sign it or process it this way. Are you able to scan it as a scan instead of a picture? This is what I fear will happen with Mr. Ingram as well.
I think the
Are
same.
you able?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm able to scan it.
Okay, so can you please scan it and send it? We did receive something, but the way that we got it, we can't process it. Please scan it to us, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll
So
take your
which one gets the double side? The bottom one got the double side.
Mr. Ingram needs help too. Mr. Ingram, is there any update on your paperwork? I can't hear you.
Sorry, Your Honor. I was trying to send it, but I'm not gonna lie. I never did this before.
Okay, we're having
I,
problems printing pictures. I told you we would try.
okay. Is it possible that I can just come down there? And
How quickly can you get here?
I can just order a lift right now and be on the way.
Okay, that will work, Ms. Ingram. The paper, where will he need to go when he gets here? I doubt he'll make it in time for court. Okay, the paperwork will be waiting for you in J-150 here down in the state court of Fulton County.
Mhm.
All right, so it'll be waiting for you to sign, okay? How long do you think it will take you to get here? Can you get here before 5 p.m. today?
Yeah, I can get there in probably the next 20 minutes. I just need to send the I just need the address real quick. Is it the address that's on the mail that I got?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and you said let me write that
If
down.
you're here in the next 20 minutes, I'll still be here and you can come directly to our courtroom. If not, you'll need to go to the clerk's office at J-150 in this building, okay?
Okay. You said
All right.
J-150?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. See you shortly, Ms. Ingram.
See.
Do we have his plea
Hey,
paper?
Your Honor, I have a question.
Who prepared plea paperwork for Mr. Ingram? Was it Ms. Githia? Ms. Githia, will you send it to Ms. Johnson?
Yes, I was the one who prepared it for Ms. Ingram, Mr.
Right,
Ingram.
will you, in the event that I'm gone, will you send it so I can leave a copy here, send it to the court so I can sign a copy now?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
All right, so he may have to re-sign, but I'll try to figure that part out. All right, thank you, Ms. Githia.
Hey, Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I have a question.
All right, who's speaking?
This is Alice McIntosh.
All right, Mr. McIntosh, you're waiting to speak to the public defender's office, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I already spoke to her. She sent me an email and I got it. And she told me that I had to apply, like I had to fill it out. But I'm trying to fill it out. I got the email. I literally could show y'all too. It sent me like you got to print it out.
Okay, Miss Helen, are you able to assist? Miss Helen is probably speaking with someone. You do have to apply. It's likely a PDF. You probably need to print it, take a picture.
Also, I have to print it out or something. And something.
I'm not sure if it's fillable or not. I can't speak to the technology there.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. I can show y'all. I can flip my camera to show y'all what she sent me. Like this.
That's all right. I understand, but that's not going to help me with helping you.
Is this like an application situation?
She told me I just have to apply for it, send it back. So if I like bring it to y'all.
Mr. McIntosh, Miss Helen may just have to speak with you on the phone if you're unable to complete that. When she comes back into the session, I'll have her address you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, if you still there, I should be there by 11:45.
All right, Mr. Ingram. Oh, Ayla Collins. I have a check. We did it. She was here. I think it was waived arraignment from public defender's office. I think.
And Judge, I am ready on all positions or the last two positions.
All right, Ms. Helen. Any announcements or will all of these positions be pleased?
No, for position 4, Mr. Samuel Cowan, that will be a negotiated plea.
All right, so we'll be taking a plea for Mr. Cowan.
Yes, Your Honor. And I would like to ask for position 11, Alex McIntosh, be reset. I sent him the application. He is unable to fill it out. However, I do believe he would qualify for the services, but we need that application. So if we can reset it to give him time to fill that out.
Yes, Mr. McIntosh, your case will be reset to June 16th. You will need to, I'm sorry, June 17th. You'll need to appear at 9 a.m.
Yes,
And it's our hope that you can get your application to Ms. Helen before then. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. All right, so Mr. Now, we did receive paperwork from Mr. Hines. I know he's working on it. I know we're gonna take his plea shortly. Let's do Mr. Hines first since Mr. Hines, can you give me the status on your paperwork?
Yes, ma'am. I need about like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. Has the paperwork been started for Mr. Cowan? Ms. Helen?
I ran away to actually go fill that out now, Judge, so that I can scan it to Ms.
Okay.
Beverly Johnson as well as Ms. Story.
Okay.
It would be Ms. Riley.
Yes, I apologize, Ms.
Okay, no problem.
All right. While Ms. Helen is scanning paperwork, we'll get ready to take those 2 pleas. And I believe that will complete the entire calendar. Is that correct?
Mr. Evans,
Ms. Marshall Story, do you remember what our announcement was for position 30? Or Ms. Helen, it may have been, I believe that.
Yep, that's
That
my
should be a
second plea.
plea.
Correct, Judge. So I have a plea with Ms. Gathaya for position 4. I also have a plea for position 30 with Ms. Marshall Story.
So position 4 is taken.
I'm sorry, position 4 would be with ASG Riley, not Githea.
Okay, so 4 is taking a plea, but 4 does not appear to be present. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Mr. Cowan. All right, so position 30 is taking a plea as well.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll come back to position 30 as well. All right, and there are other people. So we're waiting to take 3 pleas, Mr. Evans, Mr. Hines, and Mr. Cowan.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and position 5, what was our announcement there for Kayla Collins? If you could remind me, Ms. Riley? You're muted, Ms. Riley.
Thank you. Yes, Your Honor. I have Ms. Collins as not appearing today.
No, she was here, I believe. We got her information in email. I think perhaps her appearance may have been waived. And Ms. Helen, do you have an announcement for what happened to position 5?
No, Judge, I just received a message in the chat with her information. I didn't know if anyone wanted me to
And
contact her.
she indicated to me that she wanted to speak to the public defender's office. And
No,
then
Judge.
she just left. Okay. All right.
So I can reach back out to her and let her know we broke some type of connection. I don't want her to have like some type of FTA, so I can try to reach out to that information in the chat.
Very quickly.
Yes, Judge.
Your Honor, I have that she previously had the public defender's office. I don't know if she needs to reapply, but.
Right, that was what she indicated as well.
Yes.
All right, upon Ms. Helen's return.
And Judge, I've got her information. I'll give her a call, see what happened, but I didn't make any contact with Ms. Collins.
All right. So can we take pleas for, is Mr. Hines, are you ready to go forward and take your plea? All right, and he did say he needed another moment. Can we take Mr. Evans's plea? That would be Ms. Marshall's Story. Ms. Marshall's Story, are you able to put the state's recommendation onto the record for us?
Yes, Your Honor. In position number 30, Jannard Tarveras Evans. The negotiated offer is a plea to battery family violence. The defendant will receive 12 months to serve 24 hours. Credit for time served. The remaining balance will be served on probation. He should also complete a domestic violence intervention program, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment, and 40 hours of community service. There should also, Ms. Helen, were you saying something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. There should also be no further violent contact with Caitlin, Katlynn, Mutua, MUTUA. Additionally, Your Honor, the state has agreed to null process the cruelty to children charge, and that is cruelty to children in the 3rd degree.
All right.
And Judge, that is our understanding of
MUTUA. All right, that's your understanding, Ms. Helen, and you stipulate to the factual basis being UNID?
I do, Judge. I would just ask that Mr. Evans be able to use his NOLO for this plea. And
does the state have any objection to him using a NOLO?
Yes, unfortunately, we did not discuss that, Ms. Helen, and the state would have an objection to using a NOLO on this battery family violence, most definitely.
Judge, can I get an opportunity to speak to Mr. Evans real quick?
Yes. If you all could be placed in the breakout.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, if you still there, just letting you know I'm in the car on the way right now.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Hey, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hines, we'll be on a brief hold. Were you able to resubmit your paperwork?
No, I'm trying to see if there's a different way I can send the paperwork.
You have a problem scanning paperwork?
Because I'm having a problem right now scanning it.
What are your other suggestions? Because there's really not another way.
Is that?
Do you have access to a fax?
I said just go down the street to the UPS?
Oh, I probably just got to go down the street to like a UPS station or library or anything to fax.
Are you able to come down here today and sign your paperwork?
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I can. I'll come down that way.
Okay.
Yes,
Do you know how long it will take you to get here? All right, When you were trying to scan it, Mr. Hines, what was happening?
It was talking about basically connecting to a desktop.
And you have an iPhone or an Android phone?
I got an iPhone.
Oh, iPhone allows you to send things as a PDF. Lay your papers flat, go into the notes section of the iPhone as if you're gonna write a new note. There's an option to scan documents. Take pictures of it using that scan document feature and try to re-email it to us right now.
Okay.
I was thinking. So if you're using you may have to temporarily leave the Zoom, but try not to. You go into the notes feature. You make sure that you're connected to the iCloud notes. You hit the 3 dots at the top corner. Or I'm sorry, you're gonna hit the new note at the bottom. There's a little picture that should pop up of your camera. You're gonna select the option that says scan documents. Oh, so what's the printer, not that? It's the printer.
Judge, I'm ready for on position Mr. 30, Mr. Evans.
Is he wishes to go for the plea if the no is not an option?
Correct, Judge. We are not moving forward with the plea. We're actually going to be requesting a jury trial. If I can be sent that documentation to sign, as well as Mr. Evans, but we would like to request a jury trial.
All right, if you're requesting a jury trial, I'm gonna ask is that you enter a waiver of arraignment, Ms. Helen, such that I don't have to formally arraign his case today. All relevant paperwork will be submitted to you, all right?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I don't believe there's anything further Mr. Evans will need to do, so he is free to go at this point.
Understood, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Evans, best of luck to you this afternoon. All right, Mr. Cowan, I guess we'll take him while Mr. Hines is still working on his paperwork. Has that paperwork been submitted or?
No, Judge, I'm still signing this, but I will let ASG Story know this is a plea of guilty. It's now nolo, and we will be moving forward.
All right, Mr. Who's I'm sorry, what position? He's position 4. Ms. Riley, will you please put the state's offer onto the record?
Yes, Your Honor. For Mr. Cowan, the state would show, if this were to proceed to trial, the evidence would show that on August 14th, 2019 in Fulton County, Mr. Cowan was observed to be, was involved in an auto accident. His demeanor and speech was lethargic and sluggish. The officer looked in the vehicle and in plain view saw a syringe with brown liquid inside. Did other observations of Mr. Cowan and found for him to be impaired. Mr. Cowan indicated that his movements were from a previous motorcycle accident he had been in. But the officer was able to determine that he was under the influence of drugs while driving and charged him with DUI less safe. The state's recommendation is for a plea to the DUI under the influence of drugs less safe. And that would be 12 months probation, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, risk reduction. Is to complete an alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment that is recommended and attend 1 victim impact panel. And the state would be null processing the failure to maintain lane or improper lane change.
All right, Ms. Helen, was that your understanding?
Yes, Judge, that was our understanding of that plea. We do accept it. We stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID. We would just ask that, not the conditions, but just the probation fees monthly, because Mr. Cohen has lost all employment from this incident. If those could be waived.
I'll waive 3 months of fees to assist him.
First 3 months, Judge?
Yes. All right. I'm gonna ask you some questions, Mr. Cowan, to make sure that you're voluntarily taking this plea today, all right? All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes.
Did anyone force or coerce you into taking this plea today?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that by taking this plea, you're waiving your right to go to court later and challenge these allegations against you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're waiving your right to present any defenses you may have had or to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the requirements of the sentence as listed by the state previously?
I do.
You do? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
All right, I accept your guilty plea. If there's nothing outstanding, that will conclude your case. You will need to sign this paperwork as you've seen everyone attempting to do, Mr. Cowan. Do you have a way to get the paperwork here to the court today?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Helen will send it to you shortly. All right. Once you've signed and submitted, you'll be free to go. All right, let's check in with Mr. Hines. Mr. Hines, I would like to take your plea at this time. Have you been able to send us your paperwork?
Yes, ma'am. It's been sent.
Okay, I'm gonna take your plea at this time. Mr. Hines was what position again? So that's Ms. Githia. Ms. Githia, will you please put the state's recommendation onto the record?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months probation, 1 anger management class, no violent contact with the victim, Kiara White, and the balance to be suspended upon completion of the condition.
All right, Ms. Helen, was that your understanding of the plea offer?
You said Ms. Helen?
I don't believe I had Mr. Hines.
Oh,
Mr. Hines did not have representation.
Oh, that's right. I apologize. Yes, Mr. Hines is representing himself. All right, Mr. Hines, I'm going to ask you some questions to make sure that this is a voluntary plea. All right. And you understand that you had a right to an attorney, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to go forward with taking the offer as presented by Ms. Githia just now?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the requirements that you have to complete that class as she described it, and you can have no further violent contact with Ms. White?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you voluntarily giving up your right to have an attorney represent you at this proceeding?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force or coerce you into taking this plea?
No, ma'am.
You understand that you're waiving your right to go to court later to present any defenses you may have had to these charges?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up the right to have the state prove these charges. Mr. Hines, I need to be able to see you. You're giving up the right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as to the charge of simple battery, Mr. Hines, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I accept your guilty plea. We're gonna verify that we have your paperwork. And then after we do that, you should be free to go, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are there any other outstanding issues or anyone else we have not addressed who's currently on the Zoom conference?
Well, Judge, I'm still calling Ms. Kayla Cullens just to follow up.
All right, call her one more time, Miss Helen, but after that, I believe she may have sealed her own fate.
Your Honor, as to Mr. Cowan's plea, I will submit the null process after I've received the paperwork to make sure that it's correct, but I have not received it as of yet, the plea paperwork.
All right.
I'm scanning that now. I'll be emailing it shortly.
Thank you. I see there's someone, Katrina is connecting. I'm not sure if that is Ms. Cullins or not.
All right, someone with the name Katrina just joined the Zoom conference. If you could identify yourself.
There we go. There we go. How you doing? My name is Katrina Lemon. I'm so sorry. My court time was 9 a.m., but I overslept, so I wasn't really sure what to do. So they just went ahead and told me to call in.
You have, your name is what? You definitely, you have essentially missed your court date. 3 more minutes and we would not have been here. What is your name?
Katrina Lemon.
That's position 36, Your Honor.
Ms. Lemon, I'm not even sure how we're gonna address this today. Do you have an attorney?
Last time when we had court, it was supposed to be with a public defender, and I haven't spoken to anybody since.
All right. Ms. Helen, are you available to speak very briefly to Ms. Lemon, just to see if she may qualify? And upon that, we will reset her case to the June 17th calendar. Helen is not here. Hold, Ms.
Yes, Judge, I was just speaking to Ms. Cullen. She was under the impression that she was dismissed from court. I told her she was not, that if she could log back on so we can handle her position. She is sending me.
Your Honor, I'm in the building right now. They just put me through the security gate.
Okay, come to G 33. All right, Ms. Helen, continue.
She is sending me an application to the public defender's office, and I do believe she qualifies. I will be asking whoever has Ms. Kayla Cullen's position, if you could send me the offer in the chat, please.
Yes, I will do that now.
Thank you.
But can you speak with Ms. Lemon, Ms. Helen?
Yes. I'm sorry, which position was that again, Judge?
36. 36.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, it looks like this color is driving.
Okay, well.
Floor 2.
Your Honor, I'm in the courthouse right now. It's a J1 tower, J3 150.
You can come to G 33. That's where I'm sitting.
G33.
Yes.
So go through this J2 station right here.
I don't know how to give you turn by turn directions, to be honest. I have no, where did he come? Where would he have come in? He would have come in at the prior street.
I came from 136 Prior Street through that way.
It's really hard to explain how to get there from here for me.
I can go get him, Your Honor, if he just comes outside.
Okay, if you come outside, go back outside onto the street. Someone will come get you and bring you in the entrance where you can come in here. All right? Thank you.
Out where, in
Go
front of
back outside.
the- Okay.
Could the ASG, oh, is it Miss Riley? Do you have position 36?
No, I do
Oh,
not. Ms. Gizia.
I have that one.
Thank you. Could you send me the offer in the chat, please? Thank you.
Yes.
All right, I'm in front of the J3 right now.
Someone's coming for you shortly.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Hines, I have your paperwork. It is semi-legible, and I believe that will conclude your business with the court today. Ms. Johnson, is there anything else that I'll need him to sign, or is this sufficient? All right, Mr. Hines, you're good to go. Best of luck to you, sir, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
We could ask them, do they have any state
This is the
appointed,
offer to you, Miss Helen.
state appointed?
Received, give me 1 second.
Taxes, or just find one on their own? Did you find anger management tax on his own?
Okay, you weren't on the stairs, you didn't go outside, Mr. Ingram? Ms. Ingram, walk down to the door that says staff only. So if you were at the door that said the regular courthouse, you would pass it and keep going. Come to that door. Yes. All right, where's your, is there paperwork for him to sign? And Ms. Helen, were you able to speak with Ms. Lemon?
Yes, I'm just gonna relay her a message. I do believe we may have a resolution, but I'm just trying to get back in contact with her.
Not Ms. Collins, Ms. Lemon.
Calling me?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Ms. Lemons, I am calling you. Please answer. Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Riley, do you have position 5? The offer of position 5? I'm sorry, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Yes, I sent you the offer. In the
Oh, okay.
chat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Erica Marshall Story.
Judge, I'm ready on position 36.
Right, Ms. Helen. All right, I believe with that, Mr. Ingram, you're free to go. Thank you for getting here, all right? Your case is closed. Best of luck to you. All right, have a good day. Ms. Helen?
Yes, Judge. I asked for a one-time reset for Ms. Lemon. She is unable to make a complete decision today as to how she would like to move forward with her case. But I would like to give her whatever the shortest amount, maybe a next week or the next status conference. Our office is representing Ms. Lemon, but we would just like to give.
I don't think that there's one before the 17th with any room available. So Ms. Lemon will be reset to the June 17th worker calendar.
And Ms. Lemon, did you hear that court date? It'll be the.
Do not miss that court date, Ms. Lemon. Be here at 9 a.m. It's by the court's grace that I even listened to this today. We could have decided to just move forward. All right, and you would have had an FTA. Is Ms. Lemon here?
I do believe she was using her phone. If she left to use her phone to talk to me, I'll just call her, ask her to.
Same, she'll still be reset, but please convey my message to her, Ms. Helen. That will not be tolerated.
Understood, Judge. Reset date, June 17th.
All right. And Ms., do you have an announcement for the other position that?
I just scanned and emailed to Ms. Riley, I believe Ms. Beverly, and I believe yourself, the plea documents for position 4. Mr. Cowan?
Yes, we have them.
Yes, Mr. Cowan, I still need to sign, which I am doing now, and I will also attach the no pros for the failure to maintain lane.
All right, so I believe Mr. Cowan will be free to go.
You hear that, Mr. Cowan? I have your email, so once I get that documentation, I'll forward that to you.
All right, thank you so much.
Oh, we also need his email, Ms. Helen, for probation.
I'll send it right now.
All right, thank you. And the announcement for Ms. Collins.
And Judge, I would just ask for 1 second to speak to Ms. Collins and relay her the offer. I was just speaking to 2 other clients and wasn't able to relay her the offer.
All right. Oh. This is that step.
Just that Denise is on this one.
It's the same one.
Is that from Mrs. Thomas?
That's a whole. It's the same one that I signed.
You want me to stamp this one since this one doesn't have her signature?
Well, no. No. Shred.
And Miss Riley, I just sent you a message in the chat.
Okay.
Is there an announcement, Miss Helen?
Yes, Judge, I've just got one question to ask ASG Riley, just to make sure.
I'm taking a look now, just a moment. I just responded, Miss Helen.
Received, and I'm just talking to Ms. Collins, and I believe we will wrap this up.
Okay, thank you.
One.
And Judge, this will be a negotiated plea for position 5, Ms. Kayla Collins. And I do believe she has to come back in the Zoom meeting. She was using her phone.
Is there going to be a problem with getting her documents, Miss Helen?
I'm doing it right now, Judge.
All right. If she's not here in the next 2 minutes, the court's patience has worn thin. On June 10th, is there space on it? Is there space on it? Okay, Miss Helen, if she's not here, it is 12:22. If she is not logged on by 12:24, she's gonna be placed on the June 10th final plea calendar. And she'll have to appear at that time, and if she does
Understood,
not,
Judge.
that will constitute an FTA. She has 2 minutes.
She says she's waiting for them to let her into the meeting.
There's nobody waiting in the waiting room. Oh, there's no one waiting.
There's no one waiting in the waiting room at this time, Ms. Helen. I'm gonna have to get ready for that SCA at 2. so
Understood,
she-
Judge.
Oh, she just entered. I'm ready.
All right, she's coming in.
I see your Judge.
All right, Miss Riley, will you go ahead and put the state's, this is your case, correct, Miss Riley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, just wanted to verify. Ms. Riley, will you put the state's recommendation for the sentence onto the record?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would expect the evidence to show, if this went to trial, that on March 25th of 2020, on June 23rd of 2019, Ms. Cullins was in Fulton County and was involved in a vehicle accident in which she was driving at a extremely high rate of speed and struck another vehicle while trying to change lanes. After an investigation, the officer had several observations and was able to determine that, in his opinion, Ms. Cullins was under the influence of alcohol as well as an open container and the failure to maintain lanes. The state's offer in this case is a 2nd and 5-year DUI for Ms. Cullins. It would be 12 months to serve 10 days, the balance on probation, a $500 fine, 80 hours of community service, complete a drug and alcohol evaluation and any treatment that is recommended, a risk reduction, and she is to attend and complete 2 victim impact panels. And the state will null pros the failure to maintain lane and reckless driving charges.
So has she served any time at the Fulton County Jail, or she would have to surrender herself to serve those 10 days?
She would have to surrender, Your Honor.
Oh, Judge, I had that she did 10 days. Credit for time to 10 days. In Odyssey?
I will double check. But I will, as Miss Helen is an officer of the court, I will, if she has served it, yeah, I don't have an objection to it.
All right, so if she served the 10 days, if not, she's gonna have to surrender herself. All right, that was your understanding of the plea, Ms. Helen, and your client would like to go forward with taking that plea today?
Yes, Judge. And we
you're
do
sure-
stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID.
And you're sure that she served those 10 days as part of taking that plea?
Put a finger on it right now, Judge.
I mean, once she takes it, if she hasn't served those 10 days, they will be welcoming her with arms wide open at the Fulton County Jail.
Hold on, Judge. Because I can't see it posted now in Odyssey.
Yeah, I didn't show anything regarding jail time in Odyssey.
When I spoke to Ms. Cullins, she had stated that she had been incarcerated. So I'm gonna have to try to find proof of incarceration.
I don't. Excuse me to interrupt. I don't.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't have proof.
So it sounds as if she didn't serve that time, Ms. Helen.
Hold on, Ms. Cullins. Were you incarcerated for this in 2019? Hold on, Ms. Cullins. Let me give you a call.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna reset this case to that final plea calendar on the 10th.
Understood, Judge.
All parties will discuss any potential plea offers at that time. All right.
Would the offer still be on the table, Ms. Riley?
Ms. Riley, the court's request that it is, because
Yes.
normally it would be resolved today. But
Certainly.
as I am overstaffed and doing another calendar myself.
And I'm following up with
Yeah,
the,
no problem. Yes.
with the credit for time, Judge. So thank you, Judge.
All right, now, in the interest of time, Ms. Collins, you're gonna be free to go, but you'll need to speak with Ms. Helen, and you'll need to return to court on the 10th of June. But what time is that calendar? I believe that calendar is at 1:30. Is that correct? Oh, it's at 9 a.m. So please, Ms. Collins, even if the calendar starts late, you cannot leave that proceeding until someone speaks to you at that time. Do you understand that? Ms. Collins, I'm speaking directly to you this time. Do you understand that? All right.
I understand.
All right, so your case will be addressed June 10th. Let's review the calendar quickly. And any outstanding plea paperwork, I don't believe that there is. I think we've addressed all paperwork, but if there's anything waiting for my signature, please send. Can everyone hear Ms. Johnson? Thumbs up if you can.
Okay, position 1 was reset to June 17th. Position 2 was a one-time reset to June 17th. Position 3, reset to June 17th. Position 4 was a plea. Position 5 was reset.
I'm sorry, I can't hear Ms. Johnson. Is the mic low? I'm so sorry.
It's behind you. Oh. Position 1 was a June 17th reset. Position 2 was a first-time reset to June 17th. Position 3, reset to June 17th. Position 4 was a plea. Position 5 was a final plea reset to 6:10 at 9 a.m. Position 6 was reset to 6:17. Position 7 was a one-time reset to 6:17. Position 8, jury trial. Position 9, reset to July 8th. Position 10 was reset to July 6th. Position 11, reset to June 17th, excuse me. Position 12 was reset to June 17th. Position 13, reset to June 17th. Position 14, reset to June 17th. Position 15, reset to June 17th. 16 and 17, reset to June 17th. Position 18 and 19, reset to June 17th. Position 20 was a non-cross. Position 21 was a non-cross. Position 22 was a non-cross. Position 23, reset to June 17th. Position 24 was a jury trial. Position 25 was reset to June 17th, as well as position 26. Position 27, 28, and 29 was reset to June 17th. Position 30 was a jury trial. Position 31 was reset to June 17th one time. Position 32 and 33 was reset to June 17th. Position 34 was a one-time reset to June 17th. Position 35 was a plea. Position 36 was reset to June 17th. Position 37 reset to July 15th for motions. Position 38 and 39 was reset to June 17th. Position 40 was transferred to Superior Court. Position 41 was a one-time reset to June 17th. Position 42, one-time reset to June 17th. Position 43, June 17th. Position 44 was a plea. Position 45 and 46 was reset to June 17th.
Ms. Johnson, I apologize. On position number 4, I think it was, no, on position number 9, was that Wednesday, July 6th or Friday, July 8th?
Friday, July 8th.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments, changes, corrections, or questions?
And position 8 was a jury trial request?
Yes.
Ms. Helen, if you could please check the chat again. There was an error and I do apologize. Ms. Collins, please.
All right, hearing no further comments, changes, corrections, or questions, this court will be in recess until Wednesday, I believe at such time there's an Orca calendar scheduled. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your afternoon. Take care.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Bye-bye.